The currents of the void shift around me. Follow my voice, my last possession. My name was Empress Carmenia, and I was the last regent of the Star Union. We built a paradise on 1,000 planets, a glistening web strung between the stars. But the cataclysm shattered all, leaving our people stranded and alien to one another. Whoever you are, whatever you have become, it is time to leave this dark age behind and return to the worlds of your ancestors. Uncover our secrets, but heed our mistakes. Forge a new empire, a new age of wonders.
And with that, welcome on in everyone to Age of Wonders Planetfall. Yeah, for the beginning of this year, I decided we're going to go ahead and do a bit of a throwback to older titles that I used to have a ton of fun with, or I've been currently enjoying as a palate cleanser to our normal everyday titles. So we are here with Planetfall, and if you all do enjoy this video, please do remember to leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, it does help the channel out, and lets me know if you like these kind of videos. So I'll continue, and we'll go through all of the first kind of base game stories here for Planetfall. But it has several DLC, and actually let me back it on up. I'll show you. We've got the base Remnants of the Star Union, which you just witnessed there in a cinematic form. We've got the Revelation story, the Invasion story, and the Star King story. So we've got several of these to play on through, but we will not jump into these others, except for maybe on stream form, unless you all are enjoying this one. So unless we kind of have a similar view count and like count to kind of our normal Age of Wonders content, then this one will just be the normal Planetfall story, which there's a good deal here. We're going to go ahead and skip through her little spiel. We are going to play for this first episode. We're going to get through the entirety of the tutorial, and we'll see how much we can get into the Leave 6 kind of first mission here. We've played through these on stream, but I figured a more structured kind of Let's Play is in the works. For this campaign, I'm not going to be doing any kind of, I guess what I normally do, where I do a lot about teaching for a while. I'll kind of teach you the ropes as we go, but beyond that, if you have any questions about the game itself, please leave those in the comments, and if I don't have an answer for them, someone definitely will. So without further ado, let's jump right on into Dolos Minerva. If you couldn't already tell, Planetfall is a sci-fi setting version of the Age of Wonders titles, and it is very similar to the Age of Wonders you know and love from Age of Wonders 4. It's one of the earlier titles, so we'll see probably some developments that may have either left behind or were improved upon for 4. So let's jump in. We're playing, like I said, Dolos Minerva. A research colony has gone dark. The Vanguard launch dire rescue mission. This is the tutorial, and it should give us kind of a good get to know the ropes of Age of Wonders Planetfall, as it were. We're playing as Jack Gelder. He is a Vanguard, and playing is with the Void Tech technology. The Vanguard are your Astra Militarum, kind of akin race here, and they are a ton of fun. They're very militarized, and the Vanguard consists of rough folk with few ties to society, so the effects of long interstellar travel and cryosleep, the resulting time dilation, doesn't matter to them. Actually, I will note, I do adore Planetfall. In fact, I would probably give this let's give it a solid 9.2 out of 10. This is a fantastic game. The only thing that is holding it back is actually kind of the writing. This was developed during kind of the heyday of all of the super over-the-top modernisms and everything. If you all know what I'm talking about when I discuss modernism. We're not going to delve into that. But it gets thick in this game at times, so when it does, we shall roll our eyes and continue onward. But we're playing as good old Jack Gelder, as I've already said, Vanguard. What have I missed out on? Oh yeah, so our tech is similar to your kind of starting. As for our technology, this is going to give us kind of an additional suite of units, as well as kind of disdain our military mods and things. You'll see in campaign, it's kind of your extra research tree. You have your research tree for your race, being the Vanguard, and then you have a research tree for whatever tech you choose, which is pretty cool here. That's how they go about their civics and their military, but it's broken up for both, which is quite neat. For our perks, we have Vanguard Assault Equipment, the pack you received for assault training. This advanced training gives you the following skills: Range Specialist, we deal more damage when using ranged weapons. We increase accuracy behind cover. We've got a laser rifle dealing thermal damage, and a grenade. It's kinetic and staggers those hit. They've got a pretty cool system, same kind of basic combat as Age of Wonders 4, but you can stagger enemies and make them lose individual action points, which is really, really scary in combat. We'll show that off when we can. So no background, everything there is kind of normal, and we have the military detachment. A strong military force is always a good idea, so we were sure to recruit extra soldiers to join us on our expedition, because we're going to need them in the tutorial, obviously. And then no other fights. We have no imperfections. Look at this face. You see any imperfections here? False. We will play with a high challenge level and probably get our legs swept in some of these later campaigns here. And then hero researches will go ahead and keep that on always. What this just means is if you win a battle, and even if your hero dies, as long as you have won that battle, they'll come back with a certain amount of health. So it basically just keeps your heroes from being slain unnecessarily. And I think in a sci-fi realm where we have kind of back to tanks we can chuck people in, that seems entirely fine. As long as we can drag you away and chuck you back to tank, you're going to come back from combat. Anyway, let's begin the mission and start our story.
Commander's personal record. Vanguard LCVP-86 emerged from void space intact. Our destination is a small planet located near to the anomaly in the system. Scans are showing nothing but static from the research outpost below. The distress call we received remains the only sign of life. The void anomaly looms over the planet like a dark omen. These scientists must have been mad to study the phenomenon from this close. But it's not for me to question their motives. We're here to secure a foothold, search for any survivors, and investigate what happened. Prepare for Planetfall.
Prepare for Planetfall. And actually one of the cool things about Age of Wonders Planetfall is this kind of little planet scan where you get to see world size, landmass type, how much water, how much land, and then your objectives. Just a cool little, I don't know, a pre-campaign starting screen. Of course, we've already gone over all this, and then he's already read all that, so onward. The Planetfall animation looks incredible. I actually have a short, and when I first saw it, it was so cool. Just grabbed all the starting races in there. Good little spawn in.
Welcome, Commander. I am Ava, your autonomous integrated virtual assistant. Standard issue for every planetary governor of the Star Union. My messages will appear when important actions are undertaken for the first time. They can be reviewed at any time in the Imperial Archives.
In the basic section, the gym icon and color will assist in early decisions by recommending certain choices to direct the development of your starting empire. I'm gonna tweak the volume as we go here, because I do want it to be audible to you all, but sometimes Age of Wonders blasts out of nowhere with music. You can pan the camera, yes, using the WASD. Planetfall successful. Good. We'll see if we can kind of match his voice, but we'll do a little bit of bad voice acting for this campaign. There's no time to waste. We'll start by setting up and expanding this colony. Start a surface scan for survivors and existing colony infrastructure. Inform me when our research systems are online. Now, could I get to do your voice too? Yes, Commander. Recalibrating sensors and initiating surface scan. A biodome has been located nearby, but there are no signs of survivors. Continue scanning this planet's surface. If there are any survivors on this world, I want to know about it. I'll scout the adjacent sectors and investigate the biodome. It should contain supplies that'll help us expand this colony. Alright, so now we're gonna go search for survivors, select our army, and explore the nearby sector. And I do forget, there's always a ton of reading. This one has even more than
Armies contain up to 6 units on a single hex, and are used to explore the world.
You click on them and you move them around.
To move an army, select it, and then move the cursor to the hex you want it to go to.
Kindly. Yep. You click them, and then, or I guess you left click them, and then you right click them and move them.
It allows you to inspect and control your settlements on this planet. The tabs
Each
under
colonies
this
are
colony's
settlements.
name, you can see the amount of each resource this colony generates. A description and a breakdown of the colony's income can be found in the tooltips of each resource.
Indeed.
The currently selected colony tab is Unit Production. All units available for construction are listed here.
Units cost both production and energy to build, and higher tier units also cost cosmite. One of the things that you will note that is different between this and 4 is that you can only build one thing at a time, and only your soldiers actually going to cost.
Structure production.
I'll explain it myself. Your structures are on this tab, your sectors are on this tab, and that's how you basically determine where your people are actually being placed out on the map. And then the decrees, and you can change the colony name and stuff like that. This is basically just your overview in general of the colony.
The Colonist tab lists.
Thank you. And then your Colonist tab allows you to basically move lads around the different sectors. For the beginning, I tend to put everything into food and production. Really, they're not. There we go. They're not willing to move, but there we go. Food and production. That way we can get both growth going as well as all of our buildings constructing as quickly as we can here. Wants us to put a replicator facility in first. Something I do tend to do. This just basically is a base building. It goes into all of your colonies and allows you a certain resource. So this is going to be food, which, same as in previous games, food is going to be used to grow the population of your colonies and live production, buildings, and just everything else in your colonies. Happiness keeps the people happy and is going to basically allow happiness events to happen, either positive happiness events or negative ones. Happiness, the events that are positive, just tend to give you a bundle of resources, and I've never had a riot happen, and we're going to try not to. Population allows you to annex extra sectors. You have good old energy, which is your gold or your treasury for this game. You've got your cosmite, which is going to be the same as your mana, but it's not quite the same as that. So it's basically a secondary resource that's a little bit more rare, used for upgrades and things like that. We've got knowledge, which is going to be our research, and then influence, which will allow us to basically influence the world, which, as the name suggests, in diplomacy or in other kind of special events like that. It's very useful. There are dwellings, same as in 4, probably. Dwellings have probably been in for a very long time, but dwellings, you can interact with them using your influence. You can buy soldiers from them, you can buy upgrades, all sorts of cool stuff. Also unique to Planetfall is the mod system, where in 4 we have a kind of enchantment and transformation system to kind of make our units different. This one you have mods, so as you select mods, silence. As you add mods in, they are going to change how your units interact with the world and in combat. So they give you extra abilities, they give you extra damage, so if we have one that maybe turns this from thermal damage to another type, that is definitely a thing. They're great, and they're going to be how we are upgrading our units throughout the campaign. So your heroes lead your armies, but your armies can go out on their own just fine. These guys make it way easier. They've got, of course, skills. Excellent. You've got kind of skills that are tied to your tech, as well as skills that are just, I think, also tied to being whatever race you are, and then there's just generic skills too. So that is that. I also have a...
This is the unit panel, where units can have different roles.
Listen here, I've got this. Don't you worry. Units have different roles in combat. This is an assault bike. It's very fast and used for flanking. Kinda looks like a snow speeder. It's incredible. The happy little snow. Look at these little eyes. He's a happy snow speeder. We've also got our Vanguard troopers, our normal chaff lads with gats. Terrible in melee, but they've got a grenade, an assault rifle, and they can overwatch. Really fun. You can basically just spin their turn, just setting up and waiting for the enemy to come close, and if they come into a little X radius, they open fire and blast the pits. I'm sure we're going to learn about that here in the combat tutorial, so let's get walking. Explore the nearby sector. Sure. What does it want us to do? Okay, so for the Planetfall objective, we need to explore Minerva and find some survivors. That's it, okay? Well, we're going to begin by grabbing that replicator facility.
Structures can be built when all suggested actions from the task notifier...
You can then end your turn, thank you. And then you can queue things up. In this game, queuing things up is not quite as punishing, as I don't tend to queue things up almost until the very, very late game for Age of Wonders 4, but this one, you can queue things up no problem, and you can actually move things up and down in the queue. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna wait for now, though. We'll just allow that to build up. And that'll be our first turn.
The task notifier shows actions available during the current turn, as well as...
Don't worry, lady, I know. There's no more tasks for us this turn. Commander, our laboratories have come online and research is now available. We can begin researching technologies to unlock new developments, or deployments, rather. Seems like developments, to help us on this planet. Excellent. What do you suggest we start with, considering our mission parameters? For military research, we'll just go ahead. Nanite support and frontier facilities provides our troops with extra protection and allows them to heal, and this just gives us some
Welcome to the
nice
Research Center, Commander.
upgrades for our colonies
Here
in general.
we allocate knowledge to rediscover the technologies of the Star Union and search for new frontiers.
Stop stalking there. The two tracks can be researched in parallel, military and society research. Knowledge is applied to both types of research equally at the end of each turn.
Military research concerns unit unlocks, unit mods, and military operations.
It is divided into 3 categories: racial research, weapons research, and secret technology research. Indeed.
Society research concerns economic development, governmental policies, and espionage.
Is also divided into 3 categories. Doctrine research, there's you're going to unlock governmental policies to steer our empire. Economic research is going to focus on the development of our colonies in general. Then operations research increases operation effectiveness and unlocks covert operations to use on other factions. Which is great. We're going to begin with the doctrine stuff, because this allows us to activate a doctrine to... You'll see up here we're allowed to have 1 doctrine. We can activate one of them to grant us either more production towards units or some more food. We're going to grab those frontier policies like it suggests. And I don't really care about nanite support. We're going to grab subjugation ordnance. I can get flechette ammunition and drop... Actually, hang on, no, I lied. Heavy laser applications allows us to burn fools and drop a laser from space. That's what we're looking for. Heals, who needs those? See if the game gets mad about it. Onward! Colony production facilities are currently idle, Commander. I recommend we start building the central... Wait, hang on now, you're lying, Morgan. We are building that. We can also rush things for energy once per turn, and we will, because that's very cheap. And if you want, we can get more troops up and running, but I'm not going to. We're going to go ahead and grab the skirmisher barracks so we can get more bites.
Objective completed.
19, that's so much money. And some food. Food is actually way better. How close are we to the next population? In tiers, or I guess categories of 4. Every time you get 4, it's a milestone, and you're able to annex another province. So it's not every single population, it's every 4. Makes growth even more important in this game. There are no survivors here. Looks like the structure was overrun by critters. Critters, huh? We must reclaim this biodome and annex its sector to our cause. This will expand our domain and increase our supplies. We do not have enough colonists to control additional sectors yet, Commander. We will need additional food to allow the colony to grow. Larger colonies can sustain more province sectors. I want to establish our foothold here as quickly as possible. We can recover extra food from the overgrown biodome after we clear out the gigantic grasshoppers. And whatever these mega beetle babies. It's a baby mega beetle. We never want to see them grown up. They shall bite us and throw some acid spit, and then we have Hopper Hound Manhunter. Look at these. The grasshoppers got into the cadmium. Let's get them. So I'd say this is the most akin to...
The battle has started, Commander. The defending army
I'll let her
always
talk, and then I'll
gets to
explain.
act first, followed by the attackers. During a combat turn, each unit has 3 action points to spend on using their abilities, which can cost between 1 and 3 action points. Regardless of cost, using an ability always ends the unit's turn.
Unless it says it doesn't. Then the tactical movement colors on the ground indicate how many action points the unit will have after moving there. I actually think I wouldn't mind them adding back into Normal Age of Wonders 4. Whatever lay on the ground means the unit will be left with no action points after movement. We're actually able to move further, I guess, than you normally would be able to. Basically sprinting, and then you just can't use any abilities whatsoever, which is kind of cool.
Commanders and heroes are some of the strongest units in any army, capable of wielding a variety of powerful weapons and even piloting vehicles. They level up as they gain experience, allowing them to unlock new abilities and buffs.
If the commander is defeated in combat, they'll return to their faction's headquarters after a certain number of turns. Heroes do not have this special protection. So we have the activated Resurgence, which is apparently on by default. We can also see the really cool maps that are in Age of Wonders Planetfall, and these have stood up to the test of time pretty well. Extra little flying mouse droids and stuff. Those have all sorts of things you can blow up. And just the addition of cover makes it lots of fun. Very, very exciting. I do wish cover made it into 4 too. I can see that being difficult, but cover could definitely make sense for both battle mages and for archers. Let's not nerdle on about that, let's just do some damage. Let's see, Overwatch is probably what we're going to be doing for the most part here. These hopper hounds will run on up, they'll try to bounce at us, and shoot the brakes off. So, food here.
A friendly unit has moved into cover. Cover protects the unit by making it harder for enemies to hit them with abilities. Cover is directional and only protects against attacks if it is between the targeted unit and the enemy.
Obstacles block line of sight. Cover just makes it harder for them to hit you, lowers their chance. We'll hit 5 and go into
Some units with ranged
Overwatch.
attacks can enter Overwatch. While in Overwatch mode, the unit will have a red eye icon above its head. This unit will fire its primary ranged attack at any enemy unit that moves or uses an ability on a hex within this unit's field of view.
Ooh, it's so great. Overwatch can only trigger once per unit, and if a unit using Overwatch is staggered, Overwatch is then cancelled.
Each unit has active abilities that they can use during combat. Next to attacks, they have a guard ability, which increases the unit's defenses until the start of their next turn. Guard abilities always cost 1 action point.
The maximum range of the unit's currently selected ability will be displayed using a white line on the battlefield. You can select army units to see their abilities and how to use them. Holding down Alt will allow you to target obstacles or the ground. It's useful when using area effect abilities.
Try moving your units forward to form a gunline, Commander. There are several nearby obstacles that your Vanguard troopers can take
But
cover.
don't worry, lady, we like gun lines. We'll go ahead and send the assault bike way wide. Rotate you to not get flanked. How far can you all fire, though, is the only issue. You want the Hound to come forward towards us, but it may not. But yeah, with the Vanguard, it is a lot of set up your guns and wait for enemy to come close, and then they get shot. Aggressively. See through that? Nope. Alright, so we're gonna not do this, thank you. Step over here, and then put up the Overwatch. So we end our turn. Where are you going, bugs? Turns out the bugs don't want to fight. We won't be able to hit them, so we're just gonna move over. Rotate here. And we're just gonna slow and steady move up with our gun troops. Gilder forward. No, we don't need you to throw a grenade, thanks. You don't really need to move at all to stay at Overwatch right here, and then you all move. Shooting 3 times sounds great, but some of us can only need to fire twice. And turn. Playing like the Darwin. That's right.
Enemy down.
Alright, well, Gilder with the sauce. Are they gonna go for a long route? Oh, they are. Just hit some disgust. Well, now you done messed up. Everyone gets shot.
Enemy
It turns out
never
beetles
stood a
are
chance.
allergic to bullets. Commander, our colony has now grown big enough to support an additional sector. I recommend annexing the sector which contains the biodome. This will add its food income to our colony. Good. We'll annex this sector to our colony as a province sector so we can start exploiting the land for resources as soon as possible. My food.
Objective completed.
259, and nice. Now we need to expand our colony by annexing the nearby sector. Hit and annex the sector by selecting the button that says so. That works. Want one with fungal habitats and then exploit it. Alright, well,
Planets are
click this.
divided into geographical sectors that contain natural resources or valuable remnants of the Star Union. Sectors can be settled with colonizers or annexed as provinces to existing colonies by interacting with the central sector map marker.
Indeed, actions available to take within the sector are listed in the panel below. We aren't going to worry about building a forward base or a vanguard colony. You can only do this if you have a colonizer, which is lots of fun. The fungal climate is host to wild growth, resulting in extremely diverse. One level for food and research, and a bunch more food for the biodome. Annex.
Sectors usually have both a climb and a terrain feature that determine their economic potential.
Indeed.
To make your colonies thrive, sectors need to be annexed to colony centers. This turns them into province sectors.
Yep. We shall annex it to our colony. Surface scan completed, Commander. I'm picking up a Vanguard military signal nearby. This could signify the presence of survivors on the planet. Bring it up on scanners. Let's find out what the hell is going on here. Locate the military signal. Let's go find them. We could probably send the bike forward to find them faster, but we're not going to worry about that. Barracks going on the line, and we really can't make this go faster. It'll complete in one turn, and then we'll be able to exploit the sector. Yes.
You have just annexed a sector, and it can now be exploited for one of the main resources. Ideally, the chosen exploitation type matches the terrain and
I'll ignore that. It's basically just you can build it through your colony, which makes sense. Commander, that sector has been successfully annexed to our colony, and is now considered a province sector. It can now be exploited for additional resources. Let's get this exploitation up and running. This doesn't sound very great. As soon as possible. We're going to start clear-cutting the mushroom forests. What does terrain analysis tell us? How can we best exploit our new province sector? Agriculture says the game. Analyzing lots of plant symbols, so probably plants. Agriculture exploitation will synergize both climate and terrain, allowing the sector to reach its full potential through research and construction. And this early in the game, I think getting extra food online is also very good. Both of these would be entirely fine, though, depending on what you want out of your campaign. We'll rush that and get the agriculture exploitation hurrying along. Jang, what the hell are you doing on this rock? Last I heard, you were stationed on Leave 6. Amanda Jack Gilder, I require your immediate assistance. Our settlement is overrun with hopperhounds and we need some help fighting them off. We're sending you blueprints for some weapon modifications. Let's burn these bugs down. Bring in the flamethrowers. Before engaging in battle, we should mod our units to make them more useful. Yeah, but
Objective completed.
you don't want to wait a turn before doing that, right? Dayu Jiang, defeat the hopperhound with threat. How this one works is once you give someone a mod, it takes a turn for it to fully be integrated into that unit. So until it is, they actually lose some combat potential. So I guess we run to here. Now, so it's going to force us to wait. That's fine. We come in and say ignition module to light them on fire. That's going to cost us energy and cosmite to apply, which
Once mods have been
perfectly
assigned
fine.
to a unit, a new template needs to be made for the modified unit.
Indeed. So you can make the template, you can change the name of it, and you can change the icon too, so you can kind of keep on of the different races. That makes sense. You can keep them organized if you so wish. They can be called Incinerate. I don't care. That's fine. We'll make fun names in the actual campaign. This is the tutorial. We're gonna kind of blast through here. Ignition module. I see why it wanted us to go the other way. We get the flechette ammunition for one. These are gonna be the spiky boys. There we go. Sector will actually change as it becomes exploited too. Let's actually rush this so I can show you. As the main settlement, at least I feel like that's how it works. As the main settlement goes up in population, this one will also kind of change and upgrade, which just makes the game look cool, and it makes it feel like it's alive. I love it. Planetfall, it's a hidden gem.
When engaging an army in combat, all armies adjacent to the defending army that are allied to either the defending army or the attacking army are drawn into combat as well.
See, it'll only draw 3 armies in. But it looks like the defenders can draw in 4. So as long as you have someone behind you on defense, you actually have the, you've got the advantage. Interesting. At least that appears to be what it's showing here. Either way, it did take a little bit of getting used to, because in Age of Wonders 4, if you're over here and it says that you'll join combat, guess what? You're joining combat, so you gotta be way closer. We've got a Hopperhound Eviscerator, that's a name. Oh, big boy. Large target, good. We'll have no trouble taking him down then. Oh, disgusting. Good thing the incinerators are here. I love that it has the aviators and the beret. Alright, so they are kind of taking a bit of a slow stance. We're going to move up. That feels way too far. So good news is, similar to chess, as long as you don't take your finger off the piece, you can undo that move. Probably lots of fun for all of your friends. Move here and go into Overwatch. Pretty much do that with everyone here. Send the bike way wide. I don't think they're going to come after us, but if they do, we're just going to move up so we can shoot them each twice. At the very least. Reinforcements also are at a bit of a disadvantage where they are... Here we go. Going after our Jiang's troops. Basically placed in kind of a hex like so. Good for fighting the other reinforcements, but if you decided to go after one of these groups, their reinforcing army is smaller, it allows you to wipe them out pretty easily. Over here, put down the turret. Have the twin guns go into Overwatch mode. Ah yes, this is an engineer unit. So unlike our other Vanguard, these guys have kind of a oh, I thought it was a buzzsaw, it's not. A magnet claw. So they've got a power claw. They're like orcs. Very smart orcs. They can drop down turrets. They've got a shotgun. They can repair mechanical objects. And they can give us more accuracy. And range. That's cool. Both very good items. So, oh, nope, not the grenade. We'll set up an Overwatch. This explosive canister there, or this canister is explosive. We can use it to do extra damage to anything that gets too close. Yang's got a sniper. Oh, she's got a Halo 50 cal. And a revolver, perfect. What we'd like to see. Go in Overwatch. These bugs are gonna ruin the day. Gun line, and we'll have you come up behind Jiang. Hopefully that doesn't affect the accuracy too much, but it kind of does look like it will. If we sent this bike the wrong way. Bring them back in towards our boys, and maybe lure them in. We'll pass the turn. And this turn we'll be able to use our operations. One bug down. That's the second group.
Enemy eliminated.
There's also just something about the duck of weapons. Bows are great, but Guns Staccato was better.
A unit has been staggered, causing it to lose an action
They got
point.
shot by the sniper
Most
rifle.
melee attack.
So now they can't move as far, or if they
After
basically...
the first round of combat, tactical operations can...
Yes, tactical operations the same as our spells. We come in here and we can drop a bomb or a laser strike. Both of which are pretty cool. Give you all motion sickness while we spin here too. I'm thinking we just hit him with a bunch of grenades. Let's move in and see if the grenades have the range. And then we frag out. Oh, it didn't hit them. I kind of hoped it would. Well, you learn. Elder, can you hit them? 50 there, 40 there. Doesn't look like it gets any better. He can just kill these.
A unit attacked from the sides or back is considered flanked
That's
and
right.
takes increased damage. Units in guard mode cannot be flanked.
And the cool thing in this one is if you get flanked, he's in there, get his action shot, you'll actually turn towards the unit that just flanked you, which is a really good way to both position troops to get killed, and then also keeps them safe from additional flanks. Because you're not going to just continue to get shot in the back and let yourself. Just hope you will. Bleed, demon. Big Hound I'm a bit concerned with. Doing good damage though. Get the twin guns spinning up. This is what all the Vanguard's all about as well. They've got a bunch of just soldiers with rifles, and then they have a bunch of drone type things too. We could run up here and get him point blank with the shotgun. This is in a bit of danger, but a lot of damage, and if they move, they get shot by these guys. Or we can just win the battle. There's always that. Down with the bloody beast.
Enemy eliminated.
Then Jiang can go for a shot here. And then just to rub salt in the wound, we can drop a bomb on their head. Gimme. Drop the shredder bomb, sounds good to me.
Our forces are victorious.
Cluster bombs for the bugs. Thank you, Commander. You've got us out of a tight spot there. She's gonna be British. That's the way that works. Because if I speak like she's gonna be Miao Yang, I'm gonna get chucked out an airlock. Don't mention it, Lieutenant. Status report. What happened here? A force of Outlanders made Planetfall a few cycles ago and assaulted our positions. Their assault was centered on the Void Tech facility nearby. We fought them off, but suffered heavy casualties. Any survivors? None on their side, but our colony was burned to the ground during the assault. We're looking at all that remains of my detachment colony. What a mess. Sorry about your casualties, Lieutenant. What about this Void Tech facility? Why are they after it? I don't know, Commander. All the scientists who knew the facility died in the assault. Perished in the assault. With our colony destroyed, we were unable to annex the landmark to investigate further. Alright, let's get things back on track. I'll take command here. You pick up your settlement so we can redeploy it and set up a proper colony. Lieutenant Jiang, lead the way to the Void Tech facility. Acknowledge, Commander. We get to learn about colonizers, which is the same as if you played any kind of your Civ games, except for these can defend themselves. Now that you have a new colonizer unit, you can found a second colony. A new colony will expand your domain on this planet and increase your income and economic growth. Glorious. Explore the nearby sector to find the landmark. We have to annex it as well. We'll just take this colonizer here and move it to the center of this province. Just find the glowing mark. Click it. And then you found a colony. And then the next turn, this will turn into a colony. It is also a unit that has kind of like its own defense turrets and things, so if it gets attacked, it doesn't just immediately die. It's awesome. It's not very good at fighting, mind you, but still better than nothing. Jiang is no longer leading the way. Can we actually upgrade these guys at all? We can give them the flechette ammunition. We might as well. Armed. Nerds. Armed nerds are upgrading.
Production ready.
We don't really need any more units. It's kind of giving us all we need to. From here, we can just let the game go. Well, we can grab a specialist training center. Just with our support unit. Heals, and it deploys a what is it? Cloud. It's a smoke cloud that basically makes your units harder to hit. Nice and simple.
Lasers are fast, accurate, and leave no bloody mess. Just the delicious smell of fried bacon. Mark McNash, CEO, Lays Tech.
I'm sorry, Mark, excuse me? We need to get him checked. The delicious smell of fried bacon. Oh. I mean, they do call us Long Pig, but that's pretty rough. We'll grab the nanite support now. This basically just allows us to heal. It's a healing tech.
We Vanguard are better suited for a more self-reliant life on the frontier. Big city rules and civilian luxuries make a fighter like me soft around the middle. On the frontier, a soft middle makes an easy target. Teddy Slade, Vanguard Infantryman.
Yeah, but I think you just shoot him in the crotch. That tends to be the way. Like research. We're gonna go ahead and grab frontier facilities. This gives us access to a happiness building. Happiness in this game is crazy strong.
Objective completed.
Found a new colony called Ivanfor. Definitely be fixing up these names in our actual one that is not tutorial based. I don't know if both of you are going to enter this place unless we have Jiang join your army, so we might have to swap these up a little bit. One moment. Warning. Incoming gravitronic wave in 2.26 seconds. Gravitonic. What? What the hell was that? His favorite word. A gravitronic wave passed through this system. Unknown origin. Well, it looks like we're all still holding to our atoms. Status report. Preliminary readings indicate the void anomaly absorbed most of the gravitronic force, keeping the planet relatively unaffected. Further analysis, I will need to connect to the void tech facility. It contains advanced sensors that are attuned to the void anomaly. Alright, we move in and get you hooked up to the void tech facility. ASAP. Move, move, move. Alright, so we'll go ahead and bring you three, you two, I guess, out. Jang and her engineer in.
Landmarks are remnants of powerful star union.
Oh, that's the end. Whoops. There are signs of battle all over this structure. Lieutenant Yang, is the facility still operational? Damage you see on the structure is all superficial. All of the heavy fighting occurred on the outskirts. Ava, can you access this facility and use the sensor to see what's happening within the void anomaly? Access to the facility is encrypted, Commander. Establishing a connection will require the void tech facility to be annexed to a colony, so that can interlink directly to their mainframe. We don't have time to lose. We founded a new colony nearby that can annex this sector to. No, we do not. You two join together, that was my plan. Then the troops can as well, and that'll work. Make sure we have reinforcements, and I'd say we're good to go. Ops ready to prime.
Operations available for priming.
Access Void Tech Archives. That should be one the Void Tech get naturally. Cool. Well, yeah, let's access them. I've been 4. We're gonna have what? Population in 1 turn? Could be. Grab the biofarms. We have even more food and. You don't annex it yet? No. Do more can. Sure. Grab this water. You can't. Enjoy your Outcast Wilds.
Doctrine
We've got
enacted.
Doctrine enacted, so we've got
Production ready.
0 of 1 now. As you increase your Doctrine capabilities, you can just keep enacting those. Very, very important to, I've seen to rush. That's it for this turn. They're just waiting for us to annex the next sector there. And we pass.
Operations form a flexible toolkit.
That's the operations.
Strategic and
I
doctrine
like that it tells us operations take a couple of turns to prime, and we have points that you have to use to even use them in the first place. I know there's just an in-turn button in general. Don't ask again. If I click the button, that means I'd like to end my turn. Now we shall annex this to Ivan 4. It's a exodimensional observation complex. It's got a colony militia. Energy, population. Well, each population gives us extra energy and production. That's pretty cool. It's the rift generator. Dimensional science is the pinnacle of scientific progress, and all of the fields are insignificant, but we aim to achieve.
Sector annexed.
Now we need to... So we can also come in and tell it to build us up a industry exploitation here, and switch which one is currently building. Which is cool. I don't know if it probably does waste the production that was used on the other, which is not cool, but still. Something you have the ability to do, which is neat. Now there's something to do. Let's go ahead and end the turn. Establishing database connection. Connection to the Void Tech Facility database established. Running an ELF. Void anomaly. Report. What are your findings? Got his accent right there for the first word. The Void anomaly has started to expand exponentially. There is a 99.7% chance the planet will be consumed by the anomaly within the next 3 cycles. We should leave, Commander. Back up all data from the facility and get everyone evacuated. There's no time to waste. Backup status complete. Planetary escape vectors calculated. Caution, due to void disturbance, there is a 33.1% chance of catastrophic failure during gravity well escape. Safety margins need to be overridden before a course is locked in. To hell with the safety margins, there's a 100% chance we'll die if we stay. Lock in escape vectors and get us off this hellhole. Jack's got a potty mouth for his perfect face. do need to be some of these knee guards, though. We're victorious. That's all there is to that. I remember that one being fast, but that was very fast. Continue.
We barely escaped the surface of the planet before the void anomaly consumed it. We're lucky to have gotten the colonists out alive. These last few days have left me filled with more questions than answers. What happened on the surface here? What was that gravitronic wave that ripped through this star cluster? Well, it looks like we'll have plenty of time to sleep on this. The gravitronic force destabilized the void rift in this system, making faster than light travel impossible. We have to get home the old-fashioned way. It will take us close to 200 years to reach the nearest Star Union hub. I've ordered everyone to prepare for cryosleep. We will see what kind of world we wake up to.
And they recommend you playing a practice world before continuing with the story. No, I'm good. We'll be fine. And we're going to continue with our story with Jack Gelder. And next mission shall be an Arcadia Celeste with the bug that jump around the galaxy. Cool. It's basically just the remnants of what used to be the Galactic Empire. And these different races are those remnants. And them kind of picking their way and making their own way through what used to be a great empire, which is really, really cool. So we're going to play on Leave 6 here. After 200 years of cryosleep, Vanguard face a cataclysmic homecoming. Still Void Tech. But warps the laws of physics, allowing the manipulation and teleportation of matter and energy. An Echo Walker is a starting unit. Highly mobile units that can teleport. Teleportation's pretty cool. Clones, destabilize enemies, and arc and kinetic damage. Sure, and what all that means. We'll keep challenge level on high and see how that goes for us. And here, research as always. We need to customize our commander at all. We can't change the technology or the race. Fair enough. Combat drones and turrets propaganda. Hell yeah. You'd make him cruel. No, we're not gonna worry about any of that. We're gonna keep him basically as is. Normal Jack Gelder. Mission begin.
Commander's personal record. Vanguard Expeditionary Forces. Cryosleep cycle completed. No casualties. Time since launch, 197 years. We're finally back. After a storm destroyed our hyperspace passage, we had to take the long way around. Most of us joined the Vanguard to escape our past. 2 centuries should be enough to give everybody a clean slate.
I mean, you think so? That's what we're worried about right now? I'm glad also, apparently they do have people die in cryosleep normally. I know him, that's Jack, that's you! Back when you were young.
Time to contact Vanguard Central Command. We're heading for Leave 6, the military transit hub in this section of the Borderlands. The crew is already speculating about visiting the Elysium parks. Gambling, booze, and promiscuous androids. Oh well, after 2 centuries of sleep, it's time for some fun.
A man Jack gave into the debauchery after, what, just a very light breeze hit him? Oh well, time to debaucherize. Also, I see what you all did. I wonder how many Leave planets there are. Well, time to party.
Something is wrong. We have reached the Leave 6 star system, but instead of orbital patrol, there was only scattered wreckage awaiting our arrival. While searching for survivors, we spotted a ship of unknown configuration. Entering the planet's atmosphere, it ignored our hails. Residual void interference prevents us from scanning the surface. The Elysium parks must wait. We have a new mission. We need to assess the strategic situation on Leave 6. Contact Vanguard Central Command and help them clean up this mess. Prepare for Planetfall, for the Vanguard, and for the Union.
For the Union! Yeah, that just, it never gets old. It looks incredible. And they're slightly different for every single race. What are you? Magma Beast. With base camp set, we're ready to march out. Down here, it's the same desolate image as in North. It's all desert and charred ruins. Tropical paradise vanguard, central created for their soldiers, gone to hell. Someone been fighting a war here. The question is who and... So far, none of our standard frequency calls have been answered. If there are any survivors, they're either cut off from communications or unwilling to talk. Time to search the old-fashioned way, with laser rifles ready. An armed wizard is an alive wizard. Apples is beeping his way playfully across the battlefield, I guess. He's a happy combat droid. Would you look at that, Lieutenant Jiang? Your little friend is making himself comfortable in this rotten place. He's a robot, brother. Yes, sir, but it's no surprise. My brother used to be stationed here at one of the Leave 6 repair stations. This is where we assembled Apples. He must be feeling he's close to his... Hey, Apples, what do you think you're doing? The robot slips away through one of the unfinished sections of the camp wall. He dashes it straight into the desert. Oh good there, our AI are going rogue already. Exactly, Jack's like, you better hope I don't blast your robot. Send your Owl Scouts out to look for any Star Union presence in the vicinity. Not all armies are hostile to you, and only when an army banner is showing a skull should you be careful to track it. Let's go find Lieutenant Jiang's pet pug. They act like actual pugs? We're not gonna look into the origins of that, that's probably dark. This is an adventure quest. Make sure to bring an army when you move from our location. How do I know? Oh, it says. Nice and easy, we read. So, if we win, we'll get knowledge, production, and some cosmite. Got a couple of armies here. I think we probably want to just move together from the start here, so we'll have Jack and Lieutenant Jiang just move side by side, yeah. So down here we've got these crazy looking guys. Oh, they're cyborgs. You call us fanatics, I don't care. Got a blaster pistol, they can lightning unlimited power. Oh man, they forgot armor on their thigh. That's the most important place. These guys are cool. There's a mix of Praetorian and Samurai there with the bandit armor. Neat. We need to find the fate of Leave 6. You can end this mission by investigating and figuring out what happened on Leave 6 since our departure was almost 200 years ago. And we have to defeat the commanders. That's the other one. What does that say? Meet the Paragon? Yeah, meet the Paragon and find Apples. It's the Paragon down here. It's into the Owl Scouts. Stop. Hold it right there, filthy renegades. Return to your hovels immediately and we won't have to put you down like dogs. What is this madness, soldier? Is that how the returning crew of a sleeper mission is welcome home these days? Step aside and let me talk to your superiors. Because we need to make him kind of sound like he's a skeleton.
Sleeper mission? Impossible. There are no more ships arriving. The Void, don't lie. Ruby, Emerald, Sapphire Squad, you're all madmen.
What?
You know what?
We'll let you speak with the... Oh, okay, he's also very agreeable.
With the prefect. It'll show you how we deal with traitors. Make me run laps.
It's hard to believe these wretched creatures were once proud Star Union citizens. Myself and the Paragon were going too far with their cybernetic enhancements. This? Are they even still human? They're like cyborg zombies. And what's this calling us renegades? Have their brains gone rotten as well, or is there something more to this? Time to talk to their prefect. Vanguard Central Command is gonna know what's going on. In the meantime, we should keep our eyes open on the commanders of the Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald squads they were mentioning. They could be trouble. These different factions. This is an exploration quest. Use your scouts or other fast-moving units to complete it. Reading is quite important. Prove your good intentions to the Paragon. Reach a peaceful relationship or all. This one wants us to be peaceful though.
Objective completed.
You'll have NPC factions as well as the different ones that are run by the AI, and those you can either choose to go to war with, or you can make friends with them, and they can, like I said, you can buy different upgrades, or there are units that you have here. You can buy these guys with your influence. Don't have any influence yet, but so the exploration quests where exploring these different regions. Can we go all the way out to the go all the way out here? You can't see the good quests anymore. A little unfortunate. Okay, well, this owl here, we'll go ahead and send up to the north. That's where the dwelling is, too. The trail of the venturing star has crossed twice the horizon of Leaf 6. The constellations of Mora foretell an eventful day, and Jack Gelder has come to the Paragon to talk about our future dialogues. You can then trade with them. Soldiers' guards and some reactive shielding. As you go up in tier, you get better things and better warriors. Smart rounds that ignore cover completely, which is crazy. And eventually you can just request the ownership of the dwelling itself. Cool. A group of pirates are ripping implants out of Paragon bodies. We have to get him back to a Palpatine voice. These cowards often target defenseless cryosleepers, leaving them to die, plebeians. The implants grant us the abilities we need for the resurrection of the Star Union. Follow thieves and kill them. That's the shell. They are over here. It's a little bit out of our way. And by a little bit, I mean completely the other direction. It's gonna take us how long to get, or how many turns to get this one? Got 10 turns? Okay, so let's move over here after the main quest. Come on, everyone. We'll travel together for now. Looks like our little robot friend has found himself some company. Oh, wait a second. Aren't those road sweeper units patrolling the streets? I may not be an expert on maintenance robots, but the last time I checked, they didn't require any laser guns to do their cleanup. Troop hygiene must have... You think they're using lasers to clean up messes? They're blasting people, brother. Oh, he's making it, I see. He's been so dry this whole time I didn't expect him to make a joke. Ha! Good one, Commander. Although I doubt this place has seen any visitors that would have appreciated a clean walkway in quite a while. Looks completely deserted. Agreed. Either way, I suggest we interrupt this particular mopping up before your little pet gets blown into pieces. Jack will have to keep in mind that you actually are aware of telling jokes. Rescue Tapples before he gets attacked by the maintenance droids.
Objective completed.
We found him. But we also didn't, so hopefully he doesn't get blown up next turn, otherwise we are in trouble. Where are the other people we need to go meet? So explore Tauntaun, explore Quimby, and then Sulanath. That's Sulanath. Oh, it just takes me to the same place each time. Okay, fair enough. Well then. You scout, we'll go this way. We've met the Paragon, of course, and then we've got Dorwar. That's not it. This should obviously be named to Jacksville. In name of our glorious commander. Or in honor of our glorious commander. We'll also go ahead and pick up a mile farm this time because we are really low on food. Now we don't have enough. Don't have enough energy, and that's gonna be our turn. Moving on over here towards this, we can free up on all of our movement points with this little map site here. Is a charge station. Really restores all your move points. Really cool. We use this to hit the spaceport, and then run over to whatever else we have. There's also a medical station here that'll heal you. Grants you extra damage too? Awesome. Those are both incredible.
Production ready.
Alright, next we'll go ahead and pick up these skirmisher barracks so we can get some battle bikes rolling out. Yeah, just go ahead and zoom on by. We'll have you go up and explore as we go. Hopefully we can find some pickups that are not guarded, but if that's not going to be the case, it's not going to be the case. What is this? New recruits? Have you come to prove yourself to the great Hui Chang and his Emerald Squad? Be strong, be quick-minded, be disciplined. Master your skills and you may yet be chosen to fight at the front line as we retake the Molten Earth Arsenal. Yes, he gets to sound like Zhao Ming. Get over it. Hui, is that really you? I thought I would never get the chance to meet you as a grown-up. When did you join the Vanguard? You have a wife and children. How did you survive such a long time? There are so many questions. And Fang, my dear brother, does this mean he could still be alive as well? Impossible. My family is dead. If my father was still alive, he would shoot you himself. Though your squad leader has attempted to trick into his confidence, will be met with gunfire. Oh no. Turned her into a southerner. Oh no. It pains me to see that my brother decided to conceal the truth about my quietly mission. It's no lie, I'm truly your father's sister, and I can prove it. Commander, I need your help. There is an interlocking pendant, a sort of family heirloom. My brother's piece is hidden in a repair station. It's our secret. If we can recover it, we will believe us. It's probably not the pronunciation of this name. Seems like I have 3 options here. I can support Lieutenant Jiang, wait for a different opportunity to convince Sui, or shoot him in his face. Go to Fang Jiang's former working place. That seems like the easiest here, and we also get ourselves an engineer. Seems pretty good. Also, if we convince him, we get a heavy laser tank. I like the sound of that. Voice smoke, mechanical can, laser cannon. That's what we're here. Alright, we're gonna do a bit of a jump cut as Grandfather Nurgle decided to bless me with a litany of sneezes, and that was a mess. Grief. Recovering barely. In the Vanguard conflict. Also, all you have to do is convince them to join you, and that's well, we won't shoot everyone this time, we'll just shoot all the aliens. How's that sound? Xenos? Not here. Also, Hui is probably the one we wanted to meet last. Because he is not going to be convinced in diplomacy. These little icons at the top are going to be our different... Just a kind of a quick way to get into your different, different brain. Different tables. So we've got your military research, your society research, diplomacy for if... Wait, is he actually going to be willing to talk to us? No way. It'll let you get into diplomacy with all the different factions and see how the different NPCs feel about you, as well as the races feel about you. Get into your different operations, your objectives, overview of all of your colonies, which is a really good one, overview of all of your armies, and then your templates for your different units with their mods. Also really, really good in order to know where it is. We're gonna go ahead and pick up the Nanite support first, and the Society for Front Policies. Good stuff. Good stuff. Healing in Planetfall is permanent, so if you heal someone in a battle, it's gonna be retained from after the battle, which is something the other games do not do. Where's my other scout at? Done for this turn, and pass. Turns are also so quick that it's really not a problem. Let's get moving. We might get to meet one of the other squads, or not. Not quite yet. Oh, we might as well get some more damage. Oh, we can't quite reach now. Well, we might as well get us more damage, but I guess we have to wait. The Jiang will join. Did this a little bit poorly, but Jiang will join for the fight at the spaceport, if there is one. Mexico can annex its first province. Only I had claimed the spaceport yet. Let's just wait a turn, and we'll be able to do that next turn. Means of this transport contain a salvageable energy pod worth 29 energy. Unfortunately, its destroyed systems revealed no data on the convoy's origin, destination, or when construction. Probably this crazy man shot the brakes off. Sorry, Jiang, did you... Are these... Yeah, it's a blood ocean. We're not gonna worry about that. It could be the normal color for the oceans here. Turn 4, we'll go ahead and march to the spaceport, and we will not enter just yet. We'll have you step away. Gang, join. Turn off your VR suite and go places. Get out into the universe, you'll get no extra lives, so experience it in person. The tours of the galaxy. Energy and knowledge of the ruins. There it is. Also energy, so we're probably going to turn this into an energy sector. AI did turn evil. These are all rusty and gross. Sentinel Autonoms. I wonder if there's a way whenever you... Because I'm sure you can recruit these. Get them and they're not all broken. But maybe not. We have the Golem. Tactical face. Let's take him down. Why do you got an old burned out highway? Network level 1. What does that do? It's targeting for everyone. Love to see it. I'm sure you can do the same. Alright, fighting street sweepers may be a little bit more dangerous than we'd initially thought. One forward, we can go for our own. She has APC scanners. Targeting information, increasing morale and accuracy. Yeah, 8's up. That's that. The APC, she's definitely a support unit. This time we've got these Echo Walkers. They are Robocops with arm blades. Void Blades, Quantum Pulse, splits into an alternate version of itself. The clone unit teleports and deals damage. Dimensional instability. Would be nice. Let me know what that does. Don't worry about it. Make sure there is space for them to come through. Let's go this way. Stay in cover. Take a bit of ground. They'll be able to shoot twice. As long as we can take out models, they'll lose the damage to go on. Your damage is calculated based on the number of models that are in that unit. If it's just a singular one, you'll have to kill them all the way to damage. All the way around. And then we shall pass. Defenders resupply from the spaceport, getting stacking armor and healing. Oh, good grief. That's pretty good. So how far can you go? About there. So we'll march up to this position and we'll switch into Overwatch. Sounds good. Probably want to go for the clone over here. Isn't going to trigger any Overwatch. And it should. It just allow a little bit of cushion. Repair tools. This is a repair drone. Oh, heck yeah. 4 summons to take their time. Mochi joins with the recording. Hello there, Mochi. We'd rather not get shots. We'll just position for a nice flank next turn. Going for some really long-range shots, and I've dialed back our mic sound just a little bit further. I feel like I was shouting. That range is no good. Thankfully, we do have these repair drones, so not that big a deal. Oh, that's right. Receive some Daka back here. Big ol' golem. That's one flank down. You can roll right up next to him and hit him with the old laser array. How far can you heal? 2 hexes away, or is that on a cooldown? Okay, you do have a couple hexes, you can use it. So let's fly to here. And you out of range to heal. Fly back once, and then you'll heal. Monitor is a problem, and you can't hit flying units with your units that are on the ground. Would make sense, wouldn't it? Void knives go. Didn't become unstable, which is too bad. Leave these guys back here. You heal? Or not be affected because it's not a robot. Don't really want to stagger our troops, but we don't really have a choice. They are just a clone too, so it doesn't really matter.
Enemy killed.
One down. We'll have you roll up to the cover. Blast him with a mountain cannon. Well, damage is not bad. We can have you, hopefully. Low chance to kill. Let's do it. I missed the first time. Never punished.
Enemy down.
I'll Jack do the same thing. We're gonna fire long range. We'll take that. The other thing we have to use a turn is the melee guys, and they can't do anything at all, so into defense mode for them. Shot the clone, which is perfect.
Unit destroyed.
And we can then flank with the dirt bike. Get a very easy kill. Also want to be careful about flying units, because they'll drop
They
down
never
on
stood a
things and deal
chance.
damage to whatever's beneath them. What a cool effect. Robot euphorically jumps from Dayu to Jack Gelder, slipping its antenna in excitement. Ian tackles. There's a good boy. No, you've got to promise never... Sorry, this is a robot. Just look at what you've gotten all of us into. Looking around may actually be worthwhile on this occasion, Lieutenant. Do you remember how the ships here had been polished and flagged for our launch day? Now they look like they've belonged to a museum, or for the deconstruction hangars on God it Wimpy. Almost makes me feel like a living ghost. Speaking of the ships, though, we have to double our efforts to find the alien ship we chased down from orbit. It'll be better to get on their tracks before they can prepare any nasty surprises. Avarice. Critical hit chance, improve accuracy, and it just does more damage on Overwatch. It's a mean revolver.
Objective completed.
Also a specialized Vanguard Pug. Exploration quest to go find the Vanguard ship will give us a gunship. Yes, please. We could use a gunship. This way.
Production ready.
Jacksonville has finished up its... It's not a great name, is it? Oh well. It's finished up its first production. We shall then... Like I said, I want to put this all into food and production to start. I believe we can make do with more troopers. Yep. Takes 0 turns to get that in, so we'll grab a trooper. And a troop. No other adventures down here. We can clear these out. It really wouldn't be worth our time. Hit this one, and we can run all the way over there, which is good. Those troopers are stuck, but we can at least get into this fight with one. Thicker reinforcements. We may not want to join at all, actually. We say you stay back. Auto combat. He dies. We gotta do it ourselves then. Having, like I was saying, the danger about being reinforcements is sometimes, most times, they will just target them. Come the Beatles. We blasted this thing. Is indeed an explosive. You run up here. I'm just trying to set up a couple of good targeting zones. So forward and activate your... Oh no. Excuse me, lady. Activate your Scanners, please. Here, like this hill. Defense mode, which is a really good aspect of this game. You can just undo that if it was a bad placement of your defense mode. Wait on the teleporter. Hopefully we don't get hit by too many AoEs in return. Go. Long range shot from the bugs. Actually does land. Blasted back for spitting at us. You get what you deserve. Well, that's all of our Overwatch. We killed a few of them.
Operations available.
Vanguard is very similar to the Astra Militarum. If someone manages to close the gap, they tend to have a really bad time. We'll here blast him with the laser array. Stagger them a bit. Want to deploy more of the drones, or just want to go all in on damage? Probably just all in on damage. We grazed them. That's too bad. We can run up here and go for a frag grenade. Stagger the ones up
Enemy
front,
killed.
explode them into a shower of bile. Drop the clone in behind. They will be incentivized to flank. I hope so.
Enemy killed.
Jumped away, but it was just exploding. Nasty. We're trying to kill another unit here with 80% chance to hit. Oh man, it's pretty good. And then we graze. They're down to 1 unit though. Yeah, can you actually get in close to throw a grenade? Do you have an arm like that? No, he doesn't. That's fine, we don't need him to. I think this guy's gonna get to work at all. A nice support station, we can drop down some heals. That's a really good spot for it. It obscures everyone. Make sure we lose no one in this fight. Except for these clubs.
Unit killed in action. Enemy destroyed.
Probably a waste of their ability because they're a really strong unit. Yeah, can you just kill? Yeah, you can.
Enemy annihilated.
Such a cool little small death animation, but it's very cool. As long as you don't graze. Shoot the mess out of them first. Right in there, nice soft bellies. Then you can kill. Yup.
Enemy new. Our forces are
Well, they actually
victorious.
Rest in peace, Jimbo. No one's gonna die. We're gonna get a secure. Now we'll take the extra knowledge.
Production ready.
They already finished. No, it's just saying we've got production ready. Okay, so then let's move down to tell the lads at the refinery plant. We'll clear that later on when we actually move to maybe annex the sector. Otherwise, not really worth it. So now we come in here and tell you to annex. Is it not close enough? Oh, it's 1 away. That's too bad. Well, we need to claim this tensile materials refinery plant then. Quite badly.
Quantum-powered molecular machines are not magic, they're science. But the uncertainty principle dictates that if I explain to you exactly how it works, it'll stop working that way. So just trust me. It's not magic, it's just probabilistic, quantum state-driven subatomic machines. Stanley Strangelove, publicist, Small-Tech Enterprises.
And graded parties. Alright, let's go ahead and give you then.
We Vanguard are better suited for a more self-reliant life on the frontier. Big city rules and civilian luxuries make a fighter like me soft around the middle. On the frontier, a soft middle makes an easy target. Teddy Slade, Vanguard Infantryman.
And as we've already discussed, Teddy is a smart lad. Go ahead and grab the frontier facilities, and then I'm going to queue up area surveillance next. Oh, and yet another... Alright, what do we get? Jack Geldo. I should have known it was you who would have returned to Weave 6. The air has reeked of arrogance ever since I heard the reports about the Wended super vessel. Valentine. Somehow I'm not even surprised to find you still alive. Bad weeds grow tall. Still, I never expected you to turn against your precious Paragon friends. What happened? They no longer look handsome enough for you? But so typical, mocking other people's misery. While you were frozen solid, the rest of us struggled for survival. My position granted me cryosleep access. With a water fight, I've been in and out of cryosleep in anticipation of some sign the Star Union would return. Imagine my disappointment to learn it's just you. What's up, Mochi? You don't like Mochi's never like. Come here, you. Hang out. Say hi to the people. Say hello, Mochi. Nope. Quiet now. Spoken like a true hypocrite. That's as I have always enjoyed chatting with you. Fun times aside, don't you agree that it's time to end this unnecessary bloodshed? Unnecessary? I'm not surprised that you fell for Hui Zhang's innocent act. Go ahead. Ask him what he did that night in Elysium Parks. But my cooperation proved that you're not just after my supplies. Go to Sector 43B. IREX fires threaten our energy reactors. Quench them, and we can talk again. Alright. Full anime glasses push-up man is gone. Convince Michael Ballantyne to cease fire and we get a walker. It's like you could murder people, or you act good and you get Gatling gun and upgraded strike. See, everything about that sounds good. A geothermal instability threatens the Imperial Energy Complex in Sector 43B. To remove a hazard, you must first complete the Society Research Environment Conditioning. Once that's done, you can move one of your armies on the Hex and remove it for a cost fight. Easy. So we just switch our Society Research. And not worrying about area surveillance. Bugs are great, but we don't really need them right this second, so we'll go ahead and grab just that instead. And the next turn we'll go ahead and grab over here and hopefully pick up the tensile fuels plant to get moving.
Operations available for priming.
Integrating the Spaceport's satellite network systems with our own tactical ones, we can... Oh, cool. We'll do that next. First, we want Frontier Survival for more food. It's not in the turn after all. We need to find the third Vanguard. Oh, there's some goodies. Drops for us. We need to find the third Vanguard faction. Guessing Ruby faction, Emerald Festus, Sapphire, wherever they're at. I'll turn it again. I'm still not sure if Valentine was mocking me when he referred to the Elysium Parks. Said he'd be on a wild juice chase through deteriorating pleasure parks sounds like something Sludnash should enjoy. Still, I can't ignore the possibility that he has a point. Optimistic as he might be, Valentine's still a Vanguard officer. Vanguard officers don't joke about war. Especially not war in the pleasure parks. Those cause... Oh, good. E-Bot Roy. The one faction in this game that just kind of throws me. It's basically your Slanesh faction, isn't it? Search the Elysian Parks to learn more about the incidents that led to the escalation of the conflict in Skell's Parks. Can do. Scoot on around and we'll get up to the parks then. First, see if they're willing to move for us, please. No, 43. They will next turn, though, so that's not that big a deal. We also need to kind of swap up what the armies are doing now, I think. While having Gelder and Jiang moving together is very strong, we'll split them up. Jiang can have a bunch of normie troops, and Gelder can take Hug. We have 6 turns to take these guys out, that we definitely need to do. Not annexed any sectors yet. We need to get on that quick. Slow us down a little bit here. At least our initial kind of layout of items. Get one more owl to finish up the... Well, actually, it's not going to be faster, is it? It'll just wait. Be patient. And they're over this way now, so that's the direction we're headed. We discovered that he is xenophobic. Favors a monoculture empire. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? You want to have a non-aggression pact? Yeah, you do. Okay, so what about then if we open our borders for 10 turns and then you give me money? Sounds pretty good. And then we'll just both allow building on flamed sectors. Excuse me. Yang, talk to me. He's not willing to. Okay, so we'll just wait then. We don't want to teach him about Valentine, because he and Valentine will immediately start shooting each other, so we want to wait. On that. Need a little bit more energy. That's fine. We shall pass.
Lasers are fast, accurate, and leave no bloody mess. Just the delicious
Just
smell
bacon. Phase manipulation allows us to walk through obstacles, and it's just harder to hit in general. That's really strong. We'll grab phase manipulation, and then we'll circle to grabbing the electromagnetic utilization, which lets us shoot even further. With these rail accelerators, 1 additional range and more damage. Pretty good.
Our colonies require the means to protect themselves and a reason to stay. At the very least, it's time to invest in some good old-fashioned guns and beer. Dollar Smith, Deneb Colony Mayor.
He's the mayor. Well, of course his name's Dollar Smith. Good old-fashioned guns and beer. Quantum gain. Extra vision range. Non-scouts also get sensor and vision range. Pretty good. No protocols. All colonies slots produce 1 additional. Ooh. Hello. We need this environmental conditioning. We'll come back around to quantum gain. So what we have right now, let's grab production development, and then we can come on and do environmental conditioning. So let me do them. Surely not. We will play the mission for now. Give? Oh, really? Let's go ahead and split up and look for clues. Need to murder this. Jiang, you can stay and tell them to bugger off after we're done. Building up the necessary influence. Good grief. Finish our gardens immediately, then we'll go ahead and pick up the recreation dome as well. Build us up some natural happiness. We'll speed up the happiness events too. Looks good, looks good. We just need to capture this zone so we can actually start exploiting it. Which this one will give us. It's a red core facility. Nothing commits people to a mission of acquiring more profit than digging a giant hole. You're darn right. Production and extra production people slots. And give us the reinforcement factory, which is all units give us extra armor. Same as defense from Age of Wonders. Just drops how much damage they take from, I think, kinetic. Maybe a couple sources we can look pretty easily, I think. Let's see. There we go. Reduces incoming damage. Psionic attacks ignore all armor. Reduce incoming damage as well, and melee attacks ignore shields. Okay, interesting. Let's pick up that ignition module on your rifle. Make it burn, lads. Same thing with our assault bike. The Enkindler. We'll call it the Little Spice. Get much hotter as time goes on. Making your way through the sausage sands. I'm never stopping in the sausage sands. It's a good way to end up with extra friends. Ah, there we've met there. There's the Elysium Parks. So glad we now know they're there again. Also, do you want to quit being a clown, Valentine? Do you want to be friends? No. That makes sense, doesn't it? We will not worry about it. We'll just continue to build up. No, the interns being as quick as they are decided to get me in trouble there. Alright, you come on back and tell them to leave. Capture the zone before we get a laceration shotgun. Eating. We annex this to Jacksville, which is gonna get changed immediately. This is a terrible name. We shall call you New York. Excellent. On leave 6, which is not even Earth. Don't you? Oh, hello there, demons. My, look what we have here. More volunteers to serve the glorious cause of House Timur. I was starting to think this whole expedition might have been a waste of our resources. House Timur? House Timur? Isn't that the kind of pretentious name the Syndicate would give to one of their criminal organizations? You're the ones in the ship we encountered at the spatial rift, aren't you? I was supposed to find an entire Vanguard squad at this location. Tell me what you've done with them, and I may spare you and your Outlander friends. Oh, you are a feisty one, and so adorably clueless. Bullets will find you all the same there, Cena. We better watch out. I almost should keep you. Don't worry about your friends, darling. We took them into our care. You should have seen them beforehand. They were all so awfully malnourished. Took them into your care? Turned them into slaves, you mean? The Kirko were only a small part of the living property we found as we inspect the Syndicate. Back then I had to obey the law and accept whenever the ones responsible could buy themselves out of their punishment. But the situation has changed. I suggest you leave this planet immediately without your volunteers. I am sorry, darling, but the property of House Timur is non-negotiable. However, I may be convinced to refrain from further acquisitions if I'm compensated for the losses caused to me. Okay, listen, you're about to get shot aggressively. What should I do? I want Cena off planet, but do we want another full-scale? Yeah, we do.
Objective complete.
Full-scale war with the Syndicate? I'm sorry, did you say they're slavers? No. That's not gonna be allowed here. Down to the squad leaders, and now we need to cooperate with Cena. No. Never. Hostile invasion? Oh, it's flamethrower lads and their magma bugs. Fair enough. That's going to be Jiang's job. Okay, we have a new bike. Perfect. Lieutenant, you look unsettled. If there's something bothering you, you can always speak your mind with me. Thank you, Commander, but it's nothing really. No reason to be concerned. Not a solid one, anyway. What is it, dear? Switches to karate chopping her in the neck. Spit it out. Alright, Commander, but you must promise to keep this between us and not embarrass me, the whole squad. But since we landed, I had this eerie feeling I'm being watched. Since something is off, no matter how hard I pay attention, I can't find any concrete evidence to support my paranoia. Some paranoia may be healthy when you're stuck between the battle lines of rogue vanguard squads and an opportunistic syndicate house. I got a poachy trying to... Listen, what are you trying to be... I'm trying to voice it. Would you chill? Last few weeks have been a rough one for everyone. First leaving our past lives behind and cryo sleep, now this madness. Just don't let the situation get to you, Dayu. We're all in this together. Thanks, Jack. You're right. Probably nothing. Yeah, definitely nothing in this world where we actually have confirmed psionics. Don't worry about any of that. Definitely bring gunship with Jack. All of these troopers are going to slowly get phased out for things like gunships. Oh, look at you. Kind of a small gunship, but aircraft gun that does a little bit of damage. This thing isn't very scary at all, is it? It's got a buster missile. That's pretty cool. Well, motorbike, you roll with us. Jiang and this one can go deal with the invaders. Hopefully they can't take out the spaceport. It's got some militia. How much? We'll see soon. Complete this immediately enough, so we'll go ahead and grab us some military infrastructure. We have to pay some upkeep for it. May not have. Well, we do. We just have to reallocate our colonists a bit. You have to pay some upkeep for it, but it does give you some extra troops in your areas that have militia, so you can defend your provinces. Almost made it to the Ruby Park. Gonna send a scout inside, and then we'll move a little bit closer. Guildy boy. Heals and increases resistance to damage on all of the foot soldiers. That's really good. How much would it be to mod all of them, though? Pretty much everything. I think that's okay. It gives us a leg up in battle. Stim fueled. Where are you going? The tachyon particle fields. There are droids. Oh, you're the one that's going to meet Cena. Well, at this point, let's go ahead and hit you on to Auto Explorer. They'll go ahead and just grab all the different pickups on the planet. And if we need to actively watch Cena's area, we'll grab another owl and set him up that way. Did they go heal to get more damage? That's crazy. And very smart. Alright, militia, do your stuff. They butchered you guys. Perfect. Well, maybe we didn't need the better. Ooh, a new Syndicate agent. This one with blue hair, the Windex agent. Oh, you're just gonna get the same voice, unfortunately for you there. Good day, Colonel. It has come to my attention you're having some trouble with Cena House Timur. I heard of her demands, and believe me, they won't be her last ones. I know a subtle and yet effective way to get her off the planet. Interested? That all depends. First tell me who you are and why you should even want to help me. Then, talk. I'm a friend who has a certain interest in seeing Cena retreat from the planet. Anything damage House Timur. You don't sound nice either. I have incriminating information on Cena's past. Her ascension onto Throne Timur wasn't all sunshine and roses. That's not with any of you. Slave-owning, criminal factions. There are some people who'd try to kill her if they'd learned how she'd acquire her current position. All you would need to do is show her, have proof of what happened, and she should be cooperative. Excellent. And I suppose you can provide me with such proof. I'm listening. Yes, indeed I can. Meet me at these coordinates and be sure to be less noisy. What I've seen, stealth isn't your soldier's most distinguished quality. Need an army to meet with that, because it's an adventure. Or that can be Jiang's job, I guess. Okay, so Jiang, we should probably move up to here. Is there anything that's immediately around where we can annex? And we'll recharge our movement. Let's walk to here, have the battle bike initiate combat. We have a lot more power than them. We still lose our bike. See, that's unfortunate. Not to be unexpected, though. So these guys have what that's different? Eurofires. They've got flamethrowers and plasma bombs. And these guys are plasmoids. Punch you with heated metal and then have a fiery backlash when hit. Alright, fair enough. Not very concerned. We've got this. Don't let them get close is the way here. It's gonna be harder said than easier said than done. Go! Everyone else needs to get set up for this side. Oh, rotated the wrong way. There we go. Tapples already has mods. He's got the personality matrix, grants high morale aura to everyone adjacent. That's cool. Geller, let's go stand in the middle of the field and kick in the Overwatch. The melee guys, you come over here. We want everyone around Tapples, so we'll set them up like this. High morale aura. Blur cloud there. And more Overwatch. They're likely not going to get close enough to get shot, but that's fine. Or chasing down this bike on the outskirts aggressively. Okay then. We'll just draw them into a trap then. Really focused on getting them, so they shall be pretty big out. Grenade launcher does give them a good bit of range though, so we'll have that in mind. Oh, this move going up. Gunship. We'll get set up so they can defend way over here. We can kind of flank in. Its mobility is what makes it good. And we pass. Bad for the Greys. We can also heal that up just fine with our injectors. Don't really want. I mean, if they've split up, so here's what we'll do. Forward to teleport the guys in right in front. Should draw them into attack there. We'll come back one more time. Try not to get hit by any AoE. Rocket's long range, but not that long range. Go for it. Damage each shot, that's what we like to see. Yak right up alongside and go for the...
Enemy killed.
Indeed. That tap will stay behind him there. No one really needs any healing at the moment, so... Go into Overwatch, and we pass. I need to get them both. And grenades up front. Take a little bit of damage in. They flank our clone. Oh, these guys are just barely hiding. Good for you. We're having a hard time hitting everything here. Placement. Missile away. Get rid of all of their cover. They got staggered twice. That's too bad. Well, we might as well swing. Or they lose models to any kind of backlash. There's going to be quite a bit of that. And just kill the unit then. Taking over the sitting in the fire for her is not going to be fun, but...
Enemy annihilated.
Even the mic rolling in, you can't really hit anything. That's too bad. We got some pretty good positioning here, our foes. What if we run to... away from the exposed arc? Oh, we still can't hit anyone. Alright, well, just go for the healing. And then you can overwatch. I see, this is acting as like a full-on barrier. Barrier, oh, we can hit the... Oh, it didn't quite destroy us because we can hit the thing behind it, it blows up and hits both of them. Nah, it didn't work. No. Head and give the blur cloud to... I don't know, I guess you guys. Burning ground definitely hurts. That obstacle out of the way, but it might put us into a bad spot next turn. And we'll see, won't we? Into the cover here. In your turn. Hopefully we lose no one. Units take damage very quickly at this. Oh no. To pop your injectors quick. Old aircraft gun, stand here. This unit matters far more. Kill them.
Enemy killed.
Laser them on down. Damage, and then we can get a nice flank here and finish them.
They never stood a chance.
Never stood a chance. We almost got one of our guys, though.
Objective complete.
Thanks to your efforts, we can sleep soundly once more. We have to get back into Palpatine. All squabbling relatives can be returned to their tombs now. You have our gravity. Excellent. We shall take that reward. Who treads there in the shadows of my throne? Hiding like fiends. Come closer into the light. Let me see your faces. Ah, it is you. The ones who claim to have returned through the spatial. Tell me, soldier, what was the name and designation of your mission? My name is Jack Gilder, commanding officer of the VES Frontier. We secured the Ketoni system, deployed through a Type 4 cryosleep mission 197 years ago. That being said, and with all due respect, you better have a bloody good reason to treat us like this. Shot immediately. 197 years, 58 days, and 20 hours. Precise. Frontier seemed like a fine ship back then. Congratulations, Commander. You have passed. So it is true. Void storms have subsided. This is excellent news. I would invite you all to a celebratory dinner, but as you must have noticed, we're barely sustaining ourselves. I do owe you an apology, Commander, though you must understand our situation. When the planet lost contact with Vanguard a century ago, it had no means of supply. Soldiers make for bad fun. That's false, but maybe in this situation it is not, when they're all bio-enhanced zombies. And as rations grew short, tensions within the Vanguard began to form. They split into different parties, the Emerald, Ruby, and Sapphire squads. While, alas, only a few remained loyal to America. Since then, they have been fighting over food, weapons, and resources. They planet experimental Prometheus. Killed anyone and raided all other Paragon command posts. We were desperate now with your arrival, and the prospect of rejoining, we can surely put an end to this. Doesn't seem like a very nice lad.
Completed.
Relation changes to peace, and we got ourselves a guard. Nice. We'll activate this, go heal up, and search a repair station. I hope this pendant of yours is made of tricorium, Lieutenant. This place looks like it's been wrecked by a horde of angry pteranodon. You're dropping jargon all over the place. How can you even be sure, though, that this is even where we need to search? For all we know, your brother could have switched working places a dozen times before he resigned. Didn't want to bring this up earlier, but say that my parents were very preoccupied about my many family members going missing, so they took some precautions. The pendants, they are more than mere adornments. What are they, then? Tracking devices? No wonder you never talk about your family. They're crazy. Yes, oh, that's the wrong voice. Yes, we could use them to find each other. When we landed, I located the pendant of my brother. Last time I checked, it was still here, but now it appears to be moving. These are fresh hopperhound tracks. I suspect one of these creatures scavenged your pendant. I remember several incident reports where exterminators found entire collections of shiny objects in hopperhound burrows. Not only are they horrifying murderous grasshoppers, but they also shinies.
Objective completed.
Get ourselves an engineer. They can roll with Jiang herself. We've got a guard too, man. You got a lot of units. Right, engineer, you go with Jiang. Guard, you come with Jack. Perfect.
Production ready.
Definitely use some more energy. The reinforcement facility gives us armor. That's it, but it's pretty good. Good upgrade. Repeater defense turrets. Let's get those in first, and then we can grab the reinforcement factory. Beautiful. We probably also want another colony in before too long here. We need to build up some of... Oh, our energy is in the negative. That's lovely. Get one too many units. We really need to get fighting. Oh, a couple of large targets. We have a lot of laser attacks ourselves. Okay, so let's send in the gunship. Well, let's upgrade our commander first. Whoops. Definitely need to do that. Fuel points. Range attacks ignore 50% of the penalties from cover and units in the way. Perfect. Deadeye makes you more accuracy, critical hit chance, vitality's more health. Dig in. We might as well just get really tanky. And then we send the drones. Auto. Oh, it killed 2 units that time. Sure, that rock they throw is very painful. How much range do they have on that thing, too? Oh, good grief, a lot of range. So we need to try to trigger it by using... This is a one-time per combat. No, it actually has a cooldown. That's perfect. You run to here. Summon your friend way up front so we can get hit by a rock. Apples, you come on in behind. Really wide with the flank here. Lock down. And then, as long as he doesn't throw the rock at this squad here, we should be in good shape. The emphasis is on should. Let's go ahead and drop down the Blur Cloud on this melee fighter. We need him to stick around for quite a while. Pass. Ooh, no, we don't. Saw this bike last second. Run. Then we pass. Rock monsters are all going down in the gully over here. Interesting. trigger Overwatch. I don't want them to take a bunch of damage. This will also on cooldown. 5 turns. Long time cooldown. Oh, we can't go through here. That's not good at all. Kind of stuck in place, aren't we? Any good cover over here at all? It looks like the answer is no. How far can you move? Far enough. I'll only get hit once. I think that's acceptable. Oh, we needed to stagger them there. Getting hit by both is going to be unfortunate. Overwatch is gonna hurt. You can take a unit down, that's fine by me. Oh, the second one misses. Man. That's what we call too bad. Blast him. Grace, man, we are getting every bit of unlucky here. We go into Overwatch in both of these spots. Melee guy, man, where do we need you? Wish we had some operations. We do not just yet. Oh, look, that's gonna hurt. Threw it, yeah. The right target in terms of what we needed there. There we go. Acceptable. Hit them. Everything's missing, man.
Unit destroyed.
Definitely needed them to get taken out before they got too close. Okay, well, that's just the way. Have to take the damage there, aren't we? Yep, that's too bad. Chop.
Enemy annihilated.
%45 chance. Hey, that is crazy. Our weakening big boy here. So what happens if we hit by all 3 of these? It's not enough to kill? Okay, so we can go for a... pushes them back, so they have to spend another turn moving towards them. That's a good ability. And also, oh, not enough. We can actually kill this unit. Yeah, just do the damage you can. You're a melee fighter, and if they close the gap, you're in trouble. That's cooldowns, that's a ability. No whammies. Oh, the last one's a graze. Should have said nothing at all, actually. Get a chance to hit here. Go for it. Kill the big boy.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright, alright. You're right next to them to heal. No, you don't. How perfect. Healing charge. Excellent. You can just go into a Overwatch. And we're gaming this. They still got 2 hits. Interesting. Okay. Oh no! Losing the 1 bike we got on as a reward is actually fine. Sure, we didn't, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not that big a deal. And flanked. No, with the bloody beasts.
Enemy neutralized.
Indeed, we need to do this fire here. You move there. We'll just get into position here then. We have to run through the fire, so let's walk through and then we can use our little nanite injectors to heal and get some resistance. Right, well, before we go for anything that is going to trigger backlash, just shoot them to push them backwards. You get it with a grenade. That's right. I hope that was going to be a detonation. There was going to deal damage to them too. It didn't, but that's alright. But Blur Cloud killed her and sent him all the way up. And throw a grenade.
Enemy killed.
Perfect.
Unit down.
We lose a bike. Oh, we get to throw a rock again. We'll have the grounds on fire anymore. Shoot him a couple times here. Probably want to use the Buster Missile if we're able to. Probably needs to be the other unit. We don't care if we lose. Is not the flyer. He can't reach it. Brief. Let me select my. Please, game. There we go. And then hit him with a missile. Did not stagger. Well. I have to step back into the burning ground and take some damage. Only can heal once per battle. Interesting. Well, and that's the way it is. Move around behind here and give them access to their grenade. Nope. Not a thing. Just shoot them. If we move, we'll take more damage. We'll just pass here. They'll come up, they'll smack Jack. Light by me. Summon in our friend behind him here. Use up his Overwatch and slice. I can hit that guy through the wall. Laser rifle.
They never stood a chance.
We didn't do too bad at all. We did lose our bike, but this is what we got through a reward, so not that big a deal. Nothing of value was lost. Got some Cosmite from the battle as well. Excellent. Join back up with the Gilder, and I'd say we're good for the next fight. Although we can probably switch out your laser sword. Your grenade for Avarice. 15 damage. Well, the grenade's pretty good, actually, so no, we won't. Avarice will probably go to Yang instead. Bad lady. You just got a grenade instead. How about a revolver? Most excellent. And now we can buy soldiers, guards, and reactive shielding with our influence. It's the only thing that we want to buy is the reactive shielding.
Happiness event.
Really
in
not
colony.
that good. Send scouts. Stay away, repulsive creeps. Did you already do enough damage to us last time? There, sister. Don't cry. It's not these humans' fault. They are slaves to their instincts, just as we are to our programming. And being of Darth Maul's people. Stick to your programming. We like to be user pros. Calm yourselves, androids. We have nothing in common with the people who damage you. We just want to talk. And why are you wearing their uniforms? Also, it's rude to call us androids humans. We have names. kind of. Very well, Emma 3. We're wearing Vanguard uniforms. Not every Vanguard is the same. We have rules. Sometimes people violate those rules and they get shot. And this is one of the more modern storylines I was talking about. You can read on through here if you'd like. This one was one that I was like, whatever. They get really, really good in there. They as I would say, my story get good in the more later. But this one's, it's alright. Gonna go help out her other pleasure bot friend who got attacked by the Vanguard. Don't know if it shows us. There's the tachyon particle cells. That's fun. Also cells that we should have access to. Dear New York, stop constructing this. Just need 50 energy. Wherever we have to find it from. We can annex another sector. Excellent. We'll go ahead and grab this spaceport then. 2 landmarks. Sounds fantastic. We have this quest here with the Upper Hound. Devil Demon.
There is no obstacle I cannot pass through with my harmonic phase modulator. Matter doesn't matter. Who would suppose that substance is merely 2 waveforms in alignment?
Exactly.
Tech Oilar, Void Tech Line Patrol.
Pushes up glasses. Alright, Jane, you roll around this corner. Well, that's the instability we have to heal. Alright, well, we'll get to that eventually. And you can set up on... I'd like to set you to explore, but we need to find... There's one. The other Elysium Parks. Sapphire. Also, that's why they named themselves the different squads. For base of this transport, contain a salvageable energy pod worth 16. Right, we've got some guns defending New York now. Excellent. Opera Hounds walk towards us. Interesting. Opera Hound and a bunch of pugs. It's a ferocious pug. Kills off 2 of my units. We might lose the guard. Auto-resolve is not kind here to us. Pugs are mean. Anything that shoots single action is gonna do a pretty chunky amount of damage. Run to here and then send out your clone. Don't want to get it with a missile yet. Let's let them position to die. We'll wait on the healing charge. Go ahead and give yourself or this one the blur cloud. Overwatch and Overwatch over here too. And we pass.
Operations available.
Alright, everyone now has blur clouds. That's fun. We can just run in and stab you a couple times. How do you feel about that? Enjoy. We don't really want to advance too much here. So we just as far as we need to, and we'll let them come to us. Keep your evasion going. Apples, give yourself heal. Overwatch, and then just go into guard mode. We'll use none of those if we can help it. Wouldn't mind shooting a rocket in, but I don't know how much damage these things can do back. 21 damage is a lot. How much do you have total? 46? Yeah, my gunship will get shot down. Let's keep it back behind her. Critical hit. They all just heal. Alright. Don't want to get swiped by the claws. We'll just let the guards get hit. And then pretty much everyone who was in Overwatch continues to be so. You use this on yourself? No, that's not allowed. You'll save the resupply charge. It'll be really good later on. Although, actually, take it back. Do this now. Convince them to go this way, then they run into all of our Overwatches. Hopefully. Ooh, critical hit. And we miss. He obscure. He's huge. Come on, now just shoot into the mist and you're gonna hit him. Jump. Well, see, that's a thing. I thought the jump was a one-time use. It is for shields. You just... The aircraft gun won't hit anything, really. Crazy. He's really close. Just shoot him. Then it should... Oh no, it didn't turn around. I thought they turned whenever you flanked them. Guess not. Lone, go do some damage. The Echo Walkers feel kind of busted. Not that I'm gonna complain. Push them back. I don't really want to get Overwatch. Can you run over here and stab them? You're gonna get Overwatched, unfortunately. Everyone will. What if we throw a grenade? Alt stagger, alright. Ah, we missed one. Not a good sign. Go ahead and walk back, take the hit. Oh, you got a crit. Oh, you hit both of us. Alright, sorry, we'll go ahead and heal here. Good as for those injectors. Throw a grenade at him. As long as you hit him twice, he's done. Oh, we wasted one of our movements. Can we graze him? Apples, shoot.
Enemy annihilated.
Big beast down. And then we shall pass.
Damn it.
Like, it's fine. They went away due to time. They're supposed to do. Stagger this one here. Or we can graze them and stagger nobody.
Enemy eliminated.
And rockets away, although that's gonna hurt our guard. Rockets away towards this one. And the grenade doesn't quite reach, doesn't enough damage either, so quite pull right on back. Let's move here and go into Overwatch. Apples. Stay back with the Overwatch troops if you can. Give them that extra morale. Lasers flying everywhere.
Enemy annihilated.
That bug's down. We can run it. Give this one a couple of stabs too. Its stability was resisted. Very difficult to hit you. Second one's a miss. 2 chances.
They'd never stood a chance.
Which of course on the second time. First try headshot. Who would have thought that bug units could turn so fair? Seems they must have done most of their repair station wrecking themselves. Surprised as you are, Commander, makes me appreciate Tapple's jolly nature even more. All my nephew's memory is pinned. Oh no, here we go again. That heirloom belonged to my father. I thought it had been. How did you? Alright, guess if you are indeed my aunt, as you at least deserve to know that my father died many years ago. In a work accident. Being his sister, you know what that is. Seeing that you spoke the truth about your identity, and how your squad handled the threats on this planet so far, I am willing to believe that we can actually put an end to my full support, Colonel Jack.
Objective.
Good, the guy that's clearly not influenced by bugs is on our team, yay! Paragon wants something. Oz might is of a finite quality. Alright, fine, you can have a trip. Want us to not kill you? Seems like the wrong way to go about asking me, but fair enough. Alright, this is a good place. I need to go ahead and call things for our first episode here. Our second episode will at least be able to finish up, hopefully, the very first of our missions here, landing on Leave 6 and figuring out exactly what's going on where things are in gray. If you kind of zoom in, you can see the burned out wastes that are the cities themselves, which is cool. Alright. The slightest of time skips as we move up towards the Sapphire Elysium Park. It's been like, what, 10 minutes? Alright, so we've got, oh, look at Sapphire holograms. Gross, that's too much. It's like the Michelin Man here. It looks just the way you'd imagine. No, see, false. Send a scout. No blasphemy here. Laura 2, is that you? Emma 3 sent us and we want to ask you some questions about the night the fighting started. 3 sent you. I guess I can trust you then. She remembers their names: Colonel Valentine, Colonel Garou, and Lieutenant Chang. So basically just your kind of typical what you'd expect going on here. The guys were awful and they started killing. Can't tell you how often the other Vanguard came looking for her when she ran off with Lieutenant Chang. Oh wait, I can. It was 243 times. I only know where she's hiding except for Michael 4, and he'll just his audio processors aren't working. We'll hook him up to a power battery, it's fine. Ending officer bar fights, runaways, succubots. I must say, this whole affair is getting more and more bizarre. But now I want to get to the bottom of this. I guess we should pay Michael 4. Sure. Hopefully this has an impact on later stories. Otherwise, this is kind of a gigantic waste of our time. We already made friends with... Oh no, I guess Valentine wanted us to do this, didn't he? Is that all the parks? Okay, good. We just have to go over here to meet with the other Syndicate agent. We need to make sure we bring an army to that, so... That'll be done by Jiang. Very low risk. No one dies, excellent. And Lieutenant Jiang gets a level up. Let's keep on moving around the mountains here, and we'll give Jiang her family heirloom. Targeting flare. Look at that. Her heirloom is a flare launcher? Alright. No one's gonna question it. Ooh, she also leveled up, which we can give her void bullets. And field medicine. Everyone heals for more. Is it field medicine or void bullets? Oh, we have 4 more points. Okay, she got a couple of skills. Great, couple of level ups then. Again, let's go for extra damage from range and more accurate. When fired from cover, ooh, that may not do anything. In terms of what we have to defend around here, there's really nothing. We can just kind of keep clearing things that are close to us. Not a bad call. Production in New York, we don't quite have enough energy, but when we do, we'll go ahead and grab ourselves a colonizer. Ignore that for now. We have so many production slots. Well, that's pretty cool. We're up to 8 only. Next colonist will arrive in 2 turns. Long time. Message from the Paragon. As the last heirs of the Star Union, it is one of the many duties of the Paragon to uphold the cultural and technological legacy of our ancestors. We need to use our production to make some prosthetic replacements. Looking for the soldier. Fine idea. We'll grab the colonizer first, though. And afterwards, we can do your prosthetic replacements, because it won't take us very long. Voice.
Incoming communication.
Hello, Jack Gouda. I'm glad to hear from you again. Alright, what if we get a non-aggression pact? Open our borders. Yeah, so then I give you this one for some money. Beautiful.
There's a way to do anything. There's also a smarter way to do anything. Trade secrets are often more about a well-trained workforce than a secret sauce. Tony Rubio Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
Oh, I guess I misread this as well. It already gave us environmental conditioning. I'm a big old dumb. Let's go ahead and grab an energy development too. Yeah, we come on back here then, and we need some more Cosmite, but just by one, so we'll just wait a turn. Michael, I will give you contact information on Cena, and you give me some... Love to see it. Wei Jiang, especially, we give them contact information on her, and they should just go beat her up. What we want to see. Alright, he didn't like that at all. Building unclaimed sectors, we can be friends. What about you, sir? Alright, we'll wait. I have no money, sir. What do you want of me? Quite trustworthy now. If you aren't trustworthy, we are going to shoot you aggressively. Ooh, extra production, perfect. Let's keep moving out here just to do a bit of scouting. Mother's Mountain. No cults here. Mow down some grasshoppers, nice and easy. Hoping for some Cosmite, but such is not the way. Let's go over here and we can hit these IRX guys next turn, nice and easy. Upgrades for Jack. I don't think we want to give him piloting. I think he's good on foot. Field medicine and a little bit more health. Sounds perfect. Yeah, let's go ahead and just set you to exploring then. And we will pass. Where's the whole quest list here? There we go. Good. There's a lot of stuff to do. Oh, there's one more. Oh, the emerald ones. Okay, cool. So they're right here next to my gunship. The gunship you can go explore. That would be nice. Energy convoy. The Enema Desert. No thanks. We're staying well away from that desert. Not today. Auto combat. They'll get brutally put down, and we can make our production sectors upgrade. Nice. Yeah, I'll spend some energy here to get our colonizer going, and then we can send them. Tough goal, actually. Let's expand to the core estates. Although that's really good for it's kind of too late now, isn't it? We want to move at least one away. So let's switch it to going up to the... Have one of our cities expand this way, the other one expand the other. Yeah, that's perfect. Ordering, and it'll be just fine. Alright, Jack, let's keep moving. Roll the leasing part to explore next turn, and you should be able to knock. this instability out, no problem. You all fight this and win. I believe in you. You win and you lose? No, why don't we get some extra technology? You have to fight a lot of your battles early on, but after that, you're entirely fine.
I was inspired reading research on a maglev train accident in Star Union Station. The E&M braking failed, launching the train through 3 solid barriers before stopping. Naturally, I thought the same powers could be used in a weapon. Clint Sutton.
That's because you're putting your brain to good use there, Clint.
Operations.
Electrified ammunition or rail accelerators. Extra accuracy and 1 additional range and 10 more damage. Really good. Same thing though with the photon accelerators, because this will allow us, we'll grab it here now, and then we'll get the engineering core right after. Then probably switch to the Echo Walker program. I realized I was explaining why I was doing things. So if any of the mods give your weapons a extra level of stagger impact, it's something you want to try to prioritize. Allows you to basically skip enemies' turns if they're kind of just normal small infantry level, which is so good. This guard's kind of mad. We'll keep using him as a sheet. Oh, he's dead. Well, Mother's Mountain apparently was full of cultists. We should have known. Alright, that's our turn then. There's no way we can rush this, can it? Cannot be rushed. Let's fight. You've completed your task. Good. Well, those fires didn't ignite themselves. A bunch of renegades have fortified themselves in the molten earth arsenal. When they got their hands on dangerous Promethean weaponry, bringing these deserters to justice would go a long way to re-establishing order on Week 6. Michael, so glad you're here. You're enjoying this, aren't you? Ordering me around like some first-year recruit. Be careful the tasks you give me don't cause me more trouble than convincing some bullets.
Objective completed.
I was hoping for a tank. Maybe we don't get a tank just yet.
Objective completed.
Ravages of Time. Excellent. That's more relations, some influence, and a Paragon soldiers for us to throw into battle to die. Annex the Molten Earth Arsenal to one of your colonies to root out the renegades. It'll also give us a lightsaber. Back stagger, and it destroys shields. Cool. Well then. That is a long ways. We have to annex that to one of our... Okay. How are we going to go about that? It's in the middle of everyone else's territory. Enter it to fight it. Okay, there's going to be a bunch of flamethrower dudes in there, so we want to set up to deal with that. And we could have our colonist go that way, but that is so far away from anywhere that we're... We can try it. For the Enamel Desert lads, we need to have Lieutenant Jiang roll with. Take them out of this sector. Oh, it didn't work. Withdraw. We have yet another production sector under our control. Energy development's done.
Electronic mechanisms employed by the Empire appear to have developed a passive-aggressive attitude towards abuse. If a device is mishandled, it may drain more energy than allotted in system specs. We suspect automaton activists to be responsible. Nonetheless, it's good to upgrade your infrastructure. Tate Orrick,
I'm sorry, automaton activists?
conspiracist.
No, we eject them straight out of an airlock. No thanks. Quality infrastructure, quantum gain. Let's grab area surveillance, and then operation effectiveness, and then quantum gain, and then quality infrastructure. We'll explain why as each of them actually trigger. Alright, let's scout out the last of these parks. There was a promiscuous robot there. Are you Michael 4? We were told you know the location of Ilia 5. Really need to ask her some questions. Location of Gillian's wife. I didn't even know he was married. What? I guess, though I guess all the emperors had their secrets. Did you know that Emperor Khonsu had so many trapdoors in his throne that it was impossible for his subjects not to trigger them accidentally? This story actually mattered. You can drop the act, Michael 4. We know you here perfectly. Tell us where she is and we'll leave you in peace. Feed me grilled cheese. I prefer non-organic food. Arr. Who am I kidding? After all these years, I'm tired. He gives up like that. You can find her here. Scan for traces of Atheon. Oh, and one more thing. Please don't tell her I told you. Because quite. Okay, now we need to go to the High Grove.
Objective completed.
Got Ebot Roy. How exciting. Boy's our boy. Well, is this one going to be... What kind of mission is it? It's an adventure, so we need to make sure we bring an army. Right, back to auto-explore with you then. No idea how you're alive, but I also don't really want to pay for you anymore, so... How do I disband a unit? Is there a disband? There it is. No thanks. Let's go knock out these Paragon and their robot friends. No problem. Need us some food. Gunship's great for getting around. This Roy and the soldier can go with colonizer. It'll allow them to be safer at least, so you go with them. Neither of those armies really match with what we're doing, so don't worry about it too much. Keep clearing stuff. Structure to New York. Specialist Training Center. Calls for colony structures, plus 6 for every structure built. That's really good. Then we can get the military... Oh, we get both. Well, that's excellent. Distance to all damage, extra armor, we're in real good shape. Probably can't actually claim this in a fight, though. It's gonna have some... The gold wonders to be pretty spicy. Won that one several times. We get a little bit more food there. Just keep on advancing and taking out these magma gorillas. Oh, misclick. No one dies, and we get some more production. You find a transport containing salvageable production stash. Fortunately, the systems are destroyed, and you can learn nothing else. Coordinated strike. 40% easier to hit. Ooh, that's pretty good. These shift allows us to teleport. Personal weapons expert, we gain extra damage. Well, we definitely need to grab that while not in a vehicle. We're gonna try to keep him on foot. Phase walk modulator. Yes. Stop, Mr. Gilder. We're gonna try to move with Jiang to sneak up that way and claim the wonder up there. Last thing we have to do to convince everyone. The enamel desert, that's also disgusting. Engineering guild done, so we have even more production, and that's pretty awesome. What are we up to now? 285. Everything built immediately. Beautiful. Let's keep finishing actual goals. We'll go ahead and give you the electric ammunition. That's Well, we don't have any more. We need some more Cosmite. Zapper.
Production ready.
Production ready. You probably stop worrying about food as much and just put that more into production. Let production really get cracking. Combat simulator, and then we can worry about this stuff as time goes on. But we really need to kind of save our gold for, I guess, our energy for things. What, you might ask? Well, we'll become vassal. No thanks. He's not here for that one. You on your merry way, and we'll go see what's hiding in this stretch of fog of war. Some beetles, and what are you? A destroyer? It's Tyranids. We got a whole promotion point too. Excellent. You got 5 more skills. We'll give you Watchman phase shift in this APC is hilarious. 10% more damage only. We will not worry about that just yet. Then let's give you the coordinated strike and iron discipline. Orders required. Your orders are to scout. Sure, saying we failed this one or what? We're almost there, don't worry. Allow them to retreat. Didn't I tell you to be subtle about coming here? I have an entire gang of assassins on our hands. Either that was a trap or this was... hang on. Either that or this was a trap all along. Pride, and all I know your whole story of trying to help me get seated was just a setup to lure us here. Guess you make up your mind about this quickly. I have no intention of dying here today.
Objective complete.
Cena is sitting the assassins. Kill the Syndicate assassins. Well, let's go jump these first. We've got... oh, Index Hair is a runner. We don't know what it does. Accuracy gains flanker, damage, and then they also have a taser. Taser, and they grab the pistol instead. Build assassin. Huh. Static charge and electrify. That's a pretty good combo there. Let's get them. Their attacks both weaken you to electricity and also stun your gang as you hit damage over time. Pretty dang cool. Arc bolas. To capture and immobilize units. Oh, because they're a slave. They're a slave capturing people. Horrifying, but very thematic. You have snipers. I'm a bit concerned with that. Go this way, and then drop off your clone way up front here. I really like the Tapples can only heal one time, but if that's just the way it is, that's the way it is. Healing charge away! Make our gun line. Thankfully all of our infantry have the healing, which is crazy good. Yeah, those are snipers.
Operations available.
Hit them with some lasers. Laser strike. Cost 30. Zap. And they're pretty much done. Yeah, this is just like their scout unit. We don't really want to send them into combat. That's how they die. send the clone in to about here, that way they have to move fast. Fire launch a rocket from here. And we can, but it helps them more than anything. So let's just rotate to this position and be good. Flare cloud to this guy. Keep them alive as long as we can. We'll send them to flank. Beautiful. Oh, they got some rain. Oh, we got dropped.
Unit has fallen.
Yeah, fair enough. These assassins are not messing around. Arcola, get rid of their snipers.
Enemy
demobilized and very, very dead. Just go for the shot from here. We've got a lot of guys in this formation. Blast them. Change, yeah, see, Planetfall's so cool. Changes how the entire animation looks. Here, take out this unit with a laser blast.
Enemy neutralized.
And we just kind of have to hope we can survive the retaliation from these clowns. Go ahead and run straight at them. Throw a grenade at them. They lose an attack and some of their models. These guys also. Perfect. Shoot them. And then we pass. You missed, fool. And that's the end.
Our forces are victorious.
Slavers on our planet. Not today. I guess except for old Windex hair here. He's allowed. Instead of burning, I'd really like the hard light system, so we'll just go ahead and switch that over. It's going to use all of our nanite, but it's...
Don't think too rigidly. The speed of light is not a constant if you change it. Dr. Millicent Rickles, head researcher, Lazolite Inc.
Dr. Millie Pickles. Onto the Echo Walker program, and we got the engineering core, so that's...
If you want to improve your capabilities, you don't just set a goal, you must also monitor it. Only by carefully watching your progression, guarding against backsliding, can you achieve solid success. Tony Rubio Strong, Manpower and Machine Motivational Consulting.
Machine Motivational Consulting. Of course, you're on your way. Now we need to see where it's over here in the Atlas Peaks, but I would prefer we clear a path. Is this the... Michael Valentine? How about that? Bad deal for me. Also balance it. He says, no, I have no resources, I'm poor. And that happens. Look at this. Something is very wrong with Hui. He's fallen to the flood. Redwood Brambles. Then we'll rush that 430, and we'll get the Combat Simulation Center. X3 experience for all units. Any stack currently on or adjacent to the colony center hex. If you sit on the colony, you get some experience. Not at all. We're not being very passive at the moment, so not the best, but...
Operations available for priming.
Food stash and... Food stash. Alright, our turn again. It means we're gonna have to kind of put it like right here, which is fine. Michael is on our team, so he shouldn't cause us any issues about it, but You'll never know.
Operations available for priming. Production ready.
Everything built that needs to be. Let's go ahead and grab a couple more assault bikes. Let's just grab the normal version. Valentine's sent a message.
Incoming communication.
Hopefully we can foster a positive relationship. Maybe that relationship is me becoming a vassal. Share vision, share vision. I'll open my relay to you. And you give me money.
I have no money.
Okay, fine. Open relay, and we'll just open the relay in general. Excellent. Now we can see everything he can. We'll use him as a shield against Cena while we get everything else done. You want a defensive pact? He very much does. So open borders, shared vision. Get all the deals going. All of us versus the Syndicate. Vanguard units have extra morale, colonies have more happiness, events cost less, Vanguard players like us more, and they have no Catholic belly against us.
Incoming communication.
That makes sense. The assassins are running. No, there is only the Void. Lose a gunship. Massive defense bypass? Oh. He's blending back here, that's not... You gotta get aggressive. Try to make these guys a juicier target. Our best. They have way more range than we do. These guys who need to heal can run up and pop their own little healing ability. And injectors go! Now, runners, you do what you do best. They'd still manage to catch her. Jeez.
Operations ready.
Move here, we can spend 30 and no more on a laser strike on their snipers. Well, thanks, snipers. Try to stun them with the bola. Go for it. Stunned and immobilized, they're doing nothing next turn. Really just need to go into defense mode because we can't really... Don't win the rage duel there. They've got more than we do. Bunker down. Alright, we pass. Oh, they know the target.
Unit lost.
Unit lost. Gunship, you can fly right on in and go for the missile. Then you might as well hit these guys, stagger them a bit. Rockets away. Good cover. Take this squad of servants out. Kind of like Space Babylon, and I'm here
Enemy
for it.
destroyed.
Heals for our Echo Walker. Drop the sniper with a flank.
Enemy killed.
And then last guy's here. We can hit them at least. 50% chance. Even on a graze.
Our forces are victorious.
Those pistols stun them. The Coruscant Underworld Police. Good. That should have been all of them. Now, let's talk about my payment before I hand over any evidence. Payment. Didn't you say making Cena retreat would already benefit you just as much as it helps me? Not quite correct. I said I had certain interest in that to happen. Your involvement wasn't necessary for me to go through with this, so obviously I should gain something in return. Bullets, bullets, bullets. Don't worry. Unlike Cena, I'm very modest in my demands. A couple minutes access to Molten Earth's arsenal should compensate me for my life. That's a bad idea. I think you have a very strange understanding of the word modest. Asking for access to a secret military facility is hardly a small request. There is no way for me to tell what the data you collect there may be. On the other hand, I would rather you have a look at the facility while my men supervise you. See Cena claim the complex for herself and dig to its database.
Objective completed.
Or we just don't? Cerebral Collar of Helstamore. Cena used this to subdue her uncle and take control of his house. We have to give the rest of the... Huh. Bad idea, but we'll see how that goes. What can the Syndicate really do? So she has to be there. She's got a stun pistol. She's pretty good. So next we need to move to that Molten Earth Arsenal. I believe it's over here. Yeah, it's right in here. It's kind of between everything. Alright, well, let's get on our merry way. It's going to take a little bit. 9 turns to be exact. But we will get there. Love this lady travel with us. Alright, fair enough. We pass. Another assault bike is done. Rolling on into combat. We've got some crystals that are advanced liquid crystals. Ooh. Kill these grasshoppers first. They're all starting to get mods as well, so we need to try to keep up. Create our hero. How far can you move? Just stay a little ways ahead of it. Martial Artist First Strike. I don't believe you have a melee Overwatch, so we're not going to worry about that at all. Yeah, the Overwatch can no longer be... You don't have melee, as we've already discussed. Or morale penalties. Gains Overwatch is a really good one. We'll go Gains Overwatch and... Ground Command. Oh, do you count as a heavy unit? No, you don't, do you? You're light. Infantry Commander this time. We're gonna ignore the Elysium Parks. Pardon me, good sir. Need your Cosmite. Let's just let it generate gold. Also known as lightning bolts. With a single colony. Don't like only having one colony this far in, but positioning here in this map has been kind of strange. Alright, our turn. Let's keep on moving. That's so far away. Still more allies to please leave. Take their production, and we'll keep on moving. So how I'm going to handle this is, since we're kind of at a point where we're waiting to get to the next section of the story, we'll accept that demand. We will do a bit of a time skip here, and I'll meet you back if anything exciting happens. So the next time we're dropping down a colony or anything like that, you will be in. And once we signed an alliance with Michael, if there was any more proof required that a Vanguard officer set aside his personal feelings for his duty and the greater good, I think both Michael Valentine and myself have been given proof today. We were never going to be friends, but serve the same flag and principles, and in the end, a crisis like this, that's all that matters.
Objective
Get a walker.
completed.
Fantastic. We're also on our way up here to the High Grove. I forgot we had to go do that, so now Michael he's an elitist. Of course he is. And now, after that, we also have an alliance handled with Huijang, so let's see what he gives us. I'm not gonna lie, this war of words and treaties is more tiresome than assaulting a fortified Outlander base. It should be better left to some diplomats to be fought out, but in the end, what counts is we finally got our alliance with Huijang. Now that we brought the Vanguard conflict to an end, and I don't see any further reason to prolong our stay on Leave 6, I can give my troops a... Oh, we're about to leave, hang on now. We just have to leave scene as is. Huijang is dead. Hang on now. They found her in Night Camp harried with her charred remains still smoldering with the embers of Pyrex fire. She even told me herself that she felt like she was being watched. I can't believe this could happen under my command, but I swear I'm gonna find whoever did this and make them pay for their crime. In the meantime, time to eat some snacks. Jiang fixed things. Oh, he's just like doing a whole thing. All we have to honor her memory is a charred piece of her hat. And the pain. Roman aims runs aimlessly into a wall and rotates 360 degrees. I know it isn't easy, Tapples. Sit here with me and pass a moment in quiet peace. Let's have a glass of whiskey and stare off into the middle distance. Oh man, well we didn't get to finish our stuff with Cena and whatnot. Well, that's the way it is. We're victorious, glorious. Well, thanks all for stopping on by the kind of very first episode here in our Planetfall series. We're going to move through to... She survived. That matters. I can guarantee you that matters. Well, we're definitely rank 3 here. Like, I guess I didn't realize we would just win once we made friends with everyone. Alright, well, let's continue.
Although the crisis on Leave 6 has come to an end, the fate of the Star Union remains uncertain. Why have no other Imperial ships arrived since the Void Storms began to subside? Also, why could Cena act so ruthlessly, blatantly disregarding civil rule? I fear the chaos and destruction we encountered here is only the beginning. To rise like a phoenix from the ashes. This is how the Prometheans used to embellish their mass murdering and destruction. I always despised them for their methods, but in difficult times like these, their technology can be useful. Even if the Syndicate aren't part of a greater Outlander invasion force, I must prepare for the next time we meet. They wish to play with fire, they shall have it.
This man said, alright, well, I guess if it's war, we have to go full villain. Bring in the flamethrowers. That's Leave 6 completed, so next we have the mission on Sornius Alpha, which we will be not going to next. We're going to go for the secondary first difficulty, zoom to a different part of the galaxy on Arcadia Celeste, and we'll be taking over as the Bug People, who are psionic and used to also be slaves. I think they were the main slaves of the Syndicate, so this will be a fun one, a story of redemption or vengeance. Well, that's going to be all for me for today. Thank you all so much for stopping by the very first episode in our playthrough of Planetfall. If you enjoyed, please do remember to leave a like on, and a sub to the sub zone, and leave a comment down below. It helps the channel out, and I appreciate it a ton. Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you in the next one.